Hey, welcome back to STF and Friends.
Hello, hello, hello.
It is a delightful chance to be with
Very
y'all.
Santa Claus.
Howdy.
Hello.
This is the birthday show, not the Christmas show.
Christmas
Well,
is Jesus' birthday.
You gotta give
It is.
gifts. Yeah, gotta give
That's
the
the
gifts.
narrative.
Yeah. Well, good. How's everyone doing this week?
Better.
Good.
Living,
Better.
laughing, and loving.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we all made it to Friday, which
Did.
is clutch.
That's a real achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
It was finals week, so
Round of
I
applause
got
for
done
Heat for finals,
everything
guys.
Yesterday.
Not easy
Did
as an
it.
adult,
Did
okay? It's argumentatively more fun, but like harder.
Uh-huh.
It sure can be. Yeah. Well, good deal. Well, I'm glad you're making it. You can hopefully relax a little bit. We're gonna have a little speed bump to the relaxation for the first 20-40 minutes of the show. We'll see how long it takes, and then
The
we'll
last 20-40 minutes
last
of the
20-40
show.
minutes of our
This
series
show
together.
at all.
We'll come back with STF and enemies.
Look,
Yeah, there you go.
honestly, I'll take getting beat up by a giant statue to the finals and like 6 assignments I had to do this week. I'd rather get beat up by a statue.
And
Rough.
calling poison control for my nephew.
Yeah.
That wasn't this
Mm.
week. That was a few weeks ago.
True.
Differently.
Same difference.
Well, good deal. Well, one cool thing that I got this week is I'm going to have a hard time showing it off on the camera, but I got my physical copy of the Galaxy Guide for Starfinder
Nice.
2E. It is lovely. I don't know if you can see how much of it. There's a big glowing yellow monster on there, and that's a Thurston Hillman original. So at some point in the far-flung future, maybe you can face that down and see how it goes. So yeah, I'm excited to have everybody face off. Before we started, I asked each of you to give me a number. Do you all remember your numbers?
I know
Yeah.
mine. Yeah.
Let's go with this. Let's start with Irene. Irene, what was your number?
55.
55. Okay.
good number.
55. 55. Solid entry. All right. On page 55 of the Galaxy Guide is the entry for what is called the Gelid Edge. And the Gelid Edge kind of plays right into the adventure that we're doing. There is a big event that happened at the start, in this transition point between first edition and second edition. It actually resolves in the last season of Starfinder Society. And it is the arrival of this new deity to the setting called the Newborn. And with the Newborn, one of the things we can know about the Gelid Edge is that it's at the farthest reaches of Pact World space, beyond the former orbit of the planet Octurne, and it is a forlorn field of ice and techno-magical debris called the Gelid Edge, a realm of occult power, haunted starship wrecks, and the Octurnite rubble that once formed an entire planet of occult discoveries.
This all sounds so familiar.
So good, right? So good. I think you found the Gelid, what's the opposite of edge? Belly button? Just a few rooms over, perhaps?
Yeah.
Gelid navel.
The Gelid navel.
Ugh. Don't love that.
Not creepy at all. All right. Hannah, what was your page choice here for us this evening?
9, I believe.
Page 9. Page 9. Oh, page 9 is much more of a visual. You can see this in, I think, a social media post from Paizo today. I'll try and share it off here. This is their newly redesigned galaxy map, and I love it.
wow.
I
It's
really
so
love this
cool.
design.
It is so cool. Yeah.
I did not know what I was
wild.
expecting, and it's way
Well, and you can like really track it. You know, like
Yes.
it really puts the universe in a perspective that's like, okay, I can understand kind of where things are in relation to each other. It is really cool.
yeah, and how they're connected, and we've got all these new drift lanes that have opened up as a result of the drift crisis. You can pull. And now, like Absalom Station isn't the only thing that's just a few days away. Some other individual planet-to-planet routes are very fast too. So, yeah, it's good stuff. So definitely go check that out. And sorry, listeners, this is May 9th. So scroll back on Paizo's social media feed to May
go
9th,
all
and
the way
maybe you can
back.
find it. Yeah, maybe you can find it there. Something like that. Let's see. Adam, what was your page choice?
37.
37. I hear 37 is an interesting number.
It is. It's
for a lot
crazy.
of things.
I just got a real quick. I said that, and Hannah was like, "Do you know about 37?" I was like, "No, do you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I know about 37." I was like, "Okay." And she links me to this video, and like, I haven't watched the whole thing. It's like a 20-minute video, but I watched the first minute of it, and
It's really cool.
these two people were like asking people on the street, name a random number between 1 and 100, and like literally every fourth person was saying 37. Like 37 by far was the most said number, and so apparently there's 18 minutes of them explaining why that might be the case, and I cannot wait to investigate
Very
this
exciting.
further.
An occult mystery of your very own. Yeah. Well, I
human-
am. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Adam, your page is about Castrovel, but for some reason
Nice.
it's coming right up on the Triaxis page, and so it's got
yes, my
this.
home planet.
It's got this.
I believe
well,
you.
Anyway, it's there, promise. Yeah, but the art on it is of there's a really cool art of bonded troopers of the Skyfire Legion. It's a Dragonkin and a Yosoki, and they look awesome together. But one of my really cool things that I discovered reading this chapter was about something called the Terror. And the Terror is something that started on Castrovel's moon and then climbed up it's like this giant amorphous blob of stuff. And it climbed up to one of the tallest towers on the moon and then launched itself at Castrovel. And now it's in the heart of Ukulam, the jungle continent on that planet, and it's absorbing things and it's spitting out these weird mutant monstrosities, and it's fantastic. I love the idea of this. Yeah, so much. So much. So yeah, monstrous formians and infected megafauna, and it's somewhere around the Singing Mountains. So
Is it tear or terror?
the terror.
Okay, just making sure. Somebody had asked in the chat, and I said terror, and I was like, wait, I could be wrong.
Terra. It's the Terra.
It's Earth.
Well, we may be a big glob of goo before the end of everything. Yeah. Heath, what was your page number here that we had?
Keeping it low and slow with 6.
Slow at 6. Okay. On page 6, we have information about changes in the Pact Worlds, and I have to skip like half of this because it's about this adventure.
Okay, sorry.
I think you should keep going.
Yeah. So the heroes win and everything's great. Oh, very cool. No, one of the cool things is about how the Kasatha world ship, the Adari, is like, guys, it sucks here. We've been here a while. They're noping out. Yeah, exactly. They're deciding like this was, we tried it and we're on a ship. We don't have to stay here. So they're trying to.
Makes me sad.
I know, a little bit. Well, good news is getting it ready to go will take years. So in Starfinder 3rd edition is probably when they'll finally leave, and then we'll see where they go
They
from there.
can't leave. No, something will change in the lore. They're not going to leave.
Probably so.
They already
yeah.
dealt with I'm just a lore nut, anyways. But like when the Adari first got there, their plan was to settle on Triaxis. They just happened to get there and like, oh, people have already settled here. Darn it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they stayed with the Adari in orbit and made it a world ship in the first place.
Yeah.
There is a division amongst the people of the Adari. There is a large contingent who thinks that they should stay. So maybe we'll get some political intrigue there.
Probably will. Maybe we'll get a whole adventure where you get to.
That would
That'd
be
be cool.
amazing.
That would be a great Starfinder Society arc. I think just a whole series of interconnected things.
No, we need more than that.
Sure, that's fair. Yeah. Well, maybe it'll be the 10 to 20 adventure path that we get because Society play is only going to go from level 1 to 10, and I feel like something that big, you're talking high power levels.
Yeah.
Kind of a deal, right?
Yeah. But
feel
also. Free. I do think Society stuff, obviously, there's a lot of cool potential there.
Yeah.
But, like, I'd love to see, like one of the one-book adventures far as, like, something you could do low-level, because there's such an interesting thing with the Kasatha of their, like, upbringing and those who join, like, martial arts academies and stuff like that. They have all this... There's so much stuff there that's ripe for playing, like, a level 1 character who's, like, going through... all this rite of passage kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, hopefully so. We'll get that treatment too.
One can dream.
One can hope and dream. Exactly.
Well, we're just at the beginning of this cycle, so who knows?
All right, that's true. Yeah. Well, hey, one more person we're gonna ask on the ones and twos. Bippy T, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Doing good. What number did you choose for us this evening?
My instincts originally did say 69 because I'm a child. But
Nice.
I decided to choose 170 because I want something from the back matter.
Nice. Well, of course, 170. You know him and love him. This is the Roland section because this is all about the Vlaka and their abilities. Now, you have picked this thing that is all about what Vlaka are like, and not like their heritages or their feats or anything like that. So, I like this little bit here that Vlakas rarely go solo, preferring the company of trustworthy companions. Whether they travel abroad or dwell on their newly healing home world, Vlakas value the communities they belong to, which they usually refer to as circles. From one's birth circle to circles of friends, colleagues, and hobbies or organizations, each has its own place and importance in a Vlaka's life. Many Vlaka adventurers consider their party a circle and will likely suggest identifying names for the group.
So what I'm hearing is they're not lone wolves.
They're not lone wolves, no.
Well, and for anyone who's not familiar, Vlaka are humanoid dog people.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Wolf. Damn it.
Adam's adamant that it's wolves, but yeah.
Adam, that.
They're dogs.
They're dogs, yeah. But like huskies, you know?
More like huskies, yeah. Malamutes, yeah, at least. All right, so...
Wolf-like.
Anyway, well, thank you everybody for that. If you are watching or listening, I strongly encourage you to go check out the Galaxy Guide. It's got a ton of great stuff about running adventures in 2nd edition, and you can get some pretty sick previews of some things that are very likely coming up in the setting, one of which we are resolving over the course of this adventure. So we're going to dive right back into that tonight. Last time, you had a bit of a rough go. Things got a little confusing. You wandered around a little more, got tased, had a good time, found some supplies, checked out a room because the GM said, hey, you know what, there's a couple statues over there. Don't forget them. Maybe you want to see what they are. And it looks like Titanium Mike in bronze and Hestia in bronze are just chilling out there. The enemy of my enemy has become my friend, is what the plaque said in between them. Unfortunately, your arrival heralded that you are maybe not friends to the statue, at least. It animated and attacked. And now we find ourselves at the top of round 3. And Heath, it is Beaumont's turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so, full disclosure, we were worried about this fight for a very good reason after the last episode. And so we kind of did talk a little strategy talk shop before this. So Beaumont is going to run. I'm going to use an action to move in, an action to attack, and an action to move back out. Unfortunately, that means I can't do a get him this turn, but I have I believe, the highest damage potential. My melee weapon rocks a D12 base. So if we're trying to get through hardness, I'm, the most likely to be able to put a big dent in it. So unfortunately, no, get him. But here we go. Gonna run up past Lucy. So, pardon me. And take a swing.
I love having 3 actions because now everyone gets look
Oh,
at
yeah.
Hey, new friends.
Started
hey, new
off
friends.
with the natural
new
20,
friends.
baby. Let's go.
What are the odds that Heath has the absolute 60 facts pulled up?
I do have them pulled up.
He does. Yeah, we
Oh
thought
man, you are critting everywhere, all over the place.
amazing. Natural 20. Nicely done, Heath. Well rolled.
That
well
is the
rolled.
way we start this, guys.
Look how worried everyone was.
What did
Spirits
you put
are
karmic?
lifted.
Did you put karmic dice on this?
I did not. Absolutely. All right, Heath, by all means, you're ready. Go for it.
All right. So, continuing our Absalom Station facts, I believe we left off with our first entry about the Cosmonastery of the Empty Orbit last time. And so there is another entry about the Cosmonastery of the Empty Orbit. Did you know the Cosmonastery of the Empty Orbit has been led by High Sola Tabashad Oseo Marcola, who believes in her very core that the disappearance of Galarian has fundamentally disrupted the balance of the universe and keeps a core of graduates actively dedicated to investigating attempts to re-engineer other planetary or stellar bodies.
I did not know that.
There's a lot of info to take in.
A lot going on there. I love the idea that somehow the galaxy needs there to be a planet, potentially planet-shattering event every 6 months on this one world, in this one star system. Otherwise, everything's gone out of whack. Yeah. All right, Heath. Let's see a damage roll. Critical hit damage roll.
let's
How's this
do
gonna
it.
come out?
Oh, I didn't do critical. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. We can double that.
Okay.
Do you want to hit the critical button because it's fun? That's fine too. We can re-roll.
That's a pretty good roll, though.
That's a pretty good roll. Not gonna lie.
Well, we'll hit the critical button. Let's do it.
Critical button.
There we go.
Oh,
It's a 28 damage.
hell yeah!
All right. All right.
Let's go.
And then, okay, so this, you run up and you absolutely crunch and with your dashko, and that single pick slams into it so hard that the it punches a hole straight into the statue, and it starts cracking on the outside, and you can see its exterior looks somewhat more fragile now that you have punched through it in this way, resolving that perhaps additional strikes might hit it just a little bit harder. Go ahead.
Oh,
What
now
would
I'm
you
so
like to do?
tempted to hit it again. But that is dangerous.
Don't test your luck, dude. That
Yeah,
was
he's got the next.
If you do
yeah.
it, then it won't get to attack.
That's
If,
true.
if I kill it.
Yeah, but
Right.
you might. But can you crit on a second?
Right. Can I even hit on a second one with the map penalty is the problem.
Let's see.
I'm so nervous about this. I had
It
this
is suppressed.
all planned out. It was go in, swing, and leave.
What would Bo do? Not what would Heath do. What would Bo do?
Yeah.
Like I said, you see cracks forming all over this thing's surface.
I mean, I think seeing that effective of a strike and seeing like, oh, now we've weakened it, we could just nip this problem in the bud and be done with it. And also knowing that if he dips, Zako's over there behind another statue, but he's leaving Lucy, who, as the whether true or not, kind of in his mind, sort of the de facto leader of this party, leaving Lucy in a situation to maybe get hit 3 times by this thing when I could potentially take it down. Yeah, we're gonna go big or go home. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. As
So
I say.
what does Bo say? to
I
the party.
mean-
As our leader, like, what do you say?
Yeah, he takes a moment to exposition in this
You got
trying
6
time.
seconds.
I mean, you're asking. He runs up. Pardon me, Lucy. Pardon me. And kind of. I'm just imagining like a baseball player in a movie, like coming up, like gets his grip just right, and just nails this thing, and then sees the cracks spread. Smiles a little bit, but then realizes in that instant, like, oh, my plans might need to change, and says, "We'll take him down, Lucy. I'm not abandoning you." And he's gonna swing again.
Nice.
Right.
Let's go.
Come on. No.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
9 on the die for a total of 10.
I may not live to regret that.
Yeah, a 10 unfortunately isn't going to do it.
But I mean, I think in his heart of hearts, he's like, hey, now this makes the statue potentially have to split between us. Maybe we each take a hit, and neither of us go down. This could be for the best.
Yeah, totally. Well, and two, we're thinking about your envoy leadership style is from the front, not from the back.
That's right.
So from
Take
the
an
front.
inspiration, Jason.
Yeah, thank you. I will. I will. From the front, I think so wounded in that way by your strike. The creature turns its attention to Beaumont. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
And so it raises up that bronze fist, cracks forming on it, but still looking like it's full of some power. It's going to swing upon you with that, and it's going to return.
Oh no.
It's gonna crit me.
It's going to return the favor. That's a 29
Oh
to
yeah.
hit. That was
That's
a 19
a crit
on
and
the
then
die.
some.
19 on the die. All right. It has done that. It's gonna roll. Decent. That's 20 points of damage.
Yep,
It just
I am
clobbers
unconscious.
you.
Yeah. So Bo comes in, squeezes past Lucy, chunks this thing. Gets I hesitate to say he gets cocky. Like it wasn't out of confidence. It was out of necessity and efficiency and hope. But then plinks that second one off of him. His confidence wilts and then just gets rocked and slapped down.
It is. If you'd been watching the films at the same time, it'd probably look like a Mike special too.
Right.
A little bit.
It's an
all right.
uppercut. Okay.
Yeah, it's just clock. Yeah, exactly. And so with that, seeing you on the ground, it then turns its attention to Lucy and swings out at her also. And that's going to be, 24 total
Okay,
to
it
hit
hits.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Dang.
At least it's not a crit. That was my biggest fear, is that I go in, change my plan, I get knocked out, and then it crits you, and we're both down.
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
Would be extra rough. Lucy, that is going to be 13 points of damage to you.
Okay.
there.
Okay.
And after it does that, it is going to attempt to grab onto you.
Okay, that didn't
with
knock
that.
Lucy out, right?
No.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
Lucy is still standing. It is going to try to grab onto you with that fist at the same time, and succeeds. Lucy, you have the grabbed condition.
Oh,
at this
really?
point. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So what is the grabbed condition?
When you are grabbed, you're held in place by another creature. They make you off guard, so you're easier to hit, and you're immobilized. You can't move from one space to another. If
How
you
long
attempt,
does... Oh, sorry.
Oh, sure. If you attempt to manipulate action while grabbed, you have to succeed at a DC 5 flat check. So strikes don't have the manipulate action. You might want to check area fire. If you fail that flat check, it's lost. The grabbed condition lasts for 1 round.
Okay.
No.
And they can choose to try to re-up the grab every round.
Mhm.
But also, you can attempt to break out of it every round if you want to
true.
spend an action to do so.
You can try to escape. Absolutely. All right.
Thanks.
So that is its turn. We're now at Zako. Zako, you see everything that's transpired here. Cracks all over the statue. Mike unconscious on the ground. Lucy
Mike's
clobbered.
not unconscious. on
Mike's
the
not
ground.
unconscious on the ground. Beaumont unconscious on the ground. I apologize. I should have a penny jar for each time I do that. Really. Adam.
It's not the first time I've been called Mike. It's fine.
Adam, what would Zako do in this moment?
God. Is in this version of the game, does a person that is grabbing also suffer any penalties to their AC?
Yes, because they get the off guard condition. So Lucy would be easier to hit.
No,
but,
I'm asking about Bronze Mike.
No, Bronze Mike does not get a penalty to his AC.
Okay. Man, and Bo's down, but I think, Bo, I can't battle medicine you because you have immunity to that currently.
Yep. From you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Zako is gonna take the inspiring words of Bo to heart because he's been having this complex about being called a scaredy cat this whole time, and he's gonna run up behind Bo to get some flanking. I mean, not Bo, Bronze Mike, get some flanking.
Whoa.
And
Oh, wow.
that's probably not the best idea.
Bold choice, Cotton.
Let's see if I do that. Okay. All right. Hold on. Just hold on.
This is
Hand
bad.
on the chest
Okay.
piece. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I will.
You're scaring me, Adam.
I will press the attack by trying to make it stumble again.
Okay. That sounds good.
So,
How long does your stumble last when you do it?
well,
Let's see.
around. So
A round, okay.
Yeah. So it will not be off guard. Depending on what you do here, but it's expired currently.
Okay,
Because it
great.
started at my turn. So
All right.
there's the reflex save for you. Come on.
Meets beats. 17 total.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to use my remaining action to just skirt away, hopefully not taking a reactive strike.
You run past. You do not take a reactive strike. Yeah.
Yeah, I just leap over Bo's fallen body.
I will note, I think you've only got 25 feet of movement, so you got to go one to the right, or
how about
one east or one northeast there. Yep, that's totally fine. Yep. All right. That's Zako's turn. Karna,
is.
you're up next. You saw Bo go down. What do you want to do?
I feel like we had a plan, and then everyone immediately deviated from the plan.
Yeah. I mean, I addressed this already, but yeah, I changed the plan immediately
I just need
because
to reiterate that we had a plan, kind of like run
I'm gonna-
away, and everyone's going the other way.
Well,
You're
let's
new
hear
to
it.
this whole podcasting with the TTRPGs thing. I'm going to tell you, nothing changes a plan quicker than a natural 20 or a natural 1.
Also,
Okay, fair.
Contact
also
with
probably, if it wasn't him, it was probably me who was going down. So one was
Sure.
Yeah.
down anyway,
Right.
probably. So
Right.
it's not so different, really.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got a really good hit on him. We know
Yeah.
my reaction breacher did a little bit of damage. Do we think that
does
that would
extra
be
damage? Yep.
I
Right.
think that you should spend all 3 actions healing Bo because he has the most potential
To die.
break. No, well, yeah, but I'm not worried about that. He could do the damage that
Right.
will, break that resistance threshold. So I think you need to get him up, and so I would cast a heal and then spend an action to top off with vitality and get him back
Okay. Because what are we down to? I know he's
up.
unconscious.
He's 0. He's
so
at
this-
0.
Zero,
he's-
zero.
yeah.
Currently at
Okay.
0.
Yeah.
All right, and
I'm
I
knocked
should
out.
be at 10 vitality network, like fully upped. So I can go ahead and
I redid the math in my head. I think you're actually at 8 instead
8.
of 10.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah. Mhm.
okay.
Also, are you dying or just unconscious? Did it take you directly to 0 or past 0?
No, it went well past 0.
So you're
Yeah.
you're dying 1. Okay, yeah, you definitely
2.
need to.
Two,
Oh
because it
shit,
was a
you
critical.
definitely need to heal him.
Yeah.
Do I need? Okay, so
Start with
we
your
are.
heal.
So I'm gonna have to move first then, because I'm a little too far.
Are you?
He's
Yeah,
at,
I have to be within 30 feet.
No.
Yeah, I know. I know. So that would be both my actions if I use the 2-action heal, which I would have to.
Yeah, I think that's the play, though.
Okay. All right. Well, then I think it's best to stay as far away as possible. So I'm literally only gonna move that much, and then to cast heal on him, do I need to target him?
Nope. You just click the cast button to the right of the spell listing in your character sheet there. So yeah,
Gotcha.
listeners, Karna took 1 step northeast, 5 feet.
She's casting the
We're
2
using our
action.
2 action.
Mm-hmm.
Roll
Then
healing.
Roll healing. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well.
It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
All
All
right.
right.
So is he wounded 2 now?
No, just wounded 1.
Okay.
Yep.
So why was he down to dying 2?
Critical hit.
Oh, it was a
Yep.
crit.
If you get knocked unconscious by a crit, you go straight to dying.
Yeah. Yikes. All
Yep.
right.
All right, Hannah, you good for Karna's turn there?
Karna has used all of her 3 actions
All 3 actions.
and used them well.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to play for you, Hannah, but I just
No,
think that
well,
was the best play.
We all know that I'm here for all of the guidance, so
Okay.
I appreciate.
Yeah, you do give guidance. out
No,
a
we
lot.
need you to cast heal, not guidance.
No. Y'all, you all know exactly what I'm saying.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
We have now come around to
Okay.
Lucy. Irene,
Okay.
what would you like to do? Yeah.
Okay. I see Lucy sees Bo goes down, and he was so brave, I think. And what he says to her, that he will not leave her alone. So she gets really mad at the statue, and she will try to hit the
Mhm.
statue again, because she sees it's broken now. So
Mhm.
maybe now I can hit him.
Mm,
So
maybe so. So like, are you punching it, or are you firing your weapon at it, or are you drawing
Um,
another weapon to use?
I think I will use my weapon because
Mhm.
it's broken. So I think
Yes.
I will make damage now. So
Excellent.
let's try.
All right.
Okay. We'll do the whole thing. So
Perfect. Yep.
primary target and everything. So first roll. Let's see. Ooh,
Let's go.
24.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
critical.
24
Yay!
critically
friend.
strikes your target.
Oh, that is a crit?
No,
Nice.
Oh, it's not a
it-
20. It's not a 20,
not a natural
though.
20. You defeated its AC by 10. Yes. So you have a
But it-
critically struck
it-
your target. Yeah.
Inspired by Bo from unconsciousness to crit.
She gets really
vengeance.
mad.
She gets
That's
really
right.
Really
mad.
mad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
critical.
All right. So I will also owe you. Okay. That's gonna
One.
be-
Why is over the
What?
one?
Oh.
The hell?
you're gonna see here in a second. He also will roll a reflex save against this. Ooh, and rolls quite well, so success. So roll damage one more time.
Is vulnerable to crits, maybe. Something's going on.
Damage. Okay. Time.
Oh, my
2.
goodness.
And he'll take the 2 points of damage from your strike before, and he'll take half of 2 points of damage from your area fire, and the statue shatters.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
nice.
Passes to the ground.
Oh my
That's
god.
awesome.
Lucy,
Wow.
Oh my
dude.
gosh.
Amazing.
Lucy and
Just
Bo
three.
just.
Yeah, that's how
Hey.
you that's how you boosie it.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Is that what Bo and Lucy are? We're little Boosie.
No,
Little
no,
Boosies.
no, we're not. No, you're not.
I believe
call
that
you-
name's taken by a
call you
very
Gary?
famous rapper.
If you would anyone care for a little explainer on what's changed
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Okay. Construct, like this particular statue, has a special trait where they have something called construct armor. Like normal objects, an animated statue like this has hardness. It reduces damage by an equal amount to that hardness. No matter what you do, it had hardness 6 that you had to overcome to deal damage to it. Once it's reduced to less than half its hit points, or immediately upon being damaged by a critical hit, its construct armor breaks and its armor class is reduced to 15. You actually, last week, you had a critical hit against it from Lucy, but unfortunately the damage roll was too low.
It couldn't get
So
through.
it couldn't get past the.
So if even 1 point of that damage had gone through, it would have broken the armor.
Would have broken the armor.
Oh my goodness.
And would have been over a little faster last week, but this
Would
was,
it would it still maintain its hardness?
no, the hardness goes away.
Yeah,
Yes.
the armor breaks away, and that is the hardness.
That's why I
Yeah, well, I
described it
just-
as happening cracking. Yeah.
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 You,
So
you just have to get it to half the hit points, and then it's easy. That's the.
Yep.
That's the thing. Yeah.
it's the first 17 points of damage that are tough. It's the
Yeah.
second 17 that's
Man, I gotta go get another beer for that one. I'm
Okay.
sweating over
Yeah,
here.
by all
you
means.
know?
I just want to say, this is one of the things, and I feel like I'm saying this for Hannah's benefit because, we're guiding Hannah as much as we can. This is the kind of stuff that, like, people love these games for, is like not the crits and stuff, that all is a thing that they love, but the way the dice tells the story, right? The way that this sequence of events went down was just so interesting and satisfying, right? Like, even though we had to go through some really rough stuff to get there, but like the narrative combined with the way the narrative was shaped by the dice can be so unique and so unexpected, and so
Yeah.
like Bo coming in having a plan, but that crit completely changing things, breaking the armor off, but then getting knocked out, it's like takes the wind out of your sails. But then that his decision to stay and have a kind word for Lucy, inspiring Lucy to take that shot right there and get the kill. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't have to turn out that way, but just the
Right.
decisions we made and the dice we rolled told that story for us, and that's so cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can suggest hero points, or not?
Oh.
Because I think Bo did something really heroic.
That
there.
was, you that is a great choice. Irene, take, no, I'm just gonna, Heath.
You have one.
All right. Yes. Heath, please take another hero point because that is exactly what Bo would have done. My party didn't fall back when I said fall back, so I gotta go take the hit. And you made it possible for your allies to succeed, and you went down in the process. That's pretty amazing.
Zygo
Fantastic.
wants to kind of sleek up to Bo. He's on the ground, and he just kind of
Goes and
gets down
sits
on
on
me,
his chest.
Yeah, kind of as close to that as possible without being rude, and just says, I'm sorry, Bo, for not running when we said that we would run, but that was amazing.
Well, plans change.
You
And he,
telling me, yes.
He puts out a hand and just strokes the fur of your arm, for a second, and then he got rocked, so he's just taking a second to take in a breath, and it's like, we did it as a team.
I think Lucy.
Sure we did.
Lucy will help you sit down, and she's looking at you like, oh, you're alive. Okay. And she hugs you. She's like, thank you for not leaving me.
It knocks the breath out of him a little bit. He's like,
Sorry.
No, but he's surprised for a second, hands up, and then gives into the hug and says, well, I just did what felt right, and I guess it turned out for the best.
Oh yeah, I like you.
Oh, well, thank you. Lucy, you're the best of us.
Oh, amazing.
Are you okay? I'm a little hurt, but I'm okay.
Well, I got a spot of healing that really saved the day there. So I'm down a bit, but not as bad as it could be.
Yeah.
You'd have done
Lucy,
the same.
I can treat wounds on you.
Oh, okay.
But I cannot treat wounds on Bo.
I can give him some vitality.
Nice. All right. So I will do a treat wounds on Lucy. I hope that I do not hurt Lucy in the process. It's gone either way. So let's see here.
See how this goes.
Here we go. God bless. I'm gonna use my hero point. I don't care.
You
I'm
sure?
using it. Yeah. We gotta get you healed, man.
For sure.
But can we get healed by Karna?
You can.
Yeah, we can. We'd
Okay,
have to
tell
sit here for a while, for an hour or so.
See,
All right, I'll hold
happy
on
to
to it.
heal.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it.
it's my estimation here is about, say, 20 minutes. And then you can decide if you want to sit for 10 more minutes to have Karna top off her Vitality Network again.
20 minutes would allow me to then treat wounds on Bo.
Okay. Timing
So-
right. That would get rid of the wound. I mean, once he's
Yeah.
healed to full, it would get rid of the wounded condition too. So.
I'm not sure I can heal you to full. I haven't been doing too good, but we'll try again. Here we go. Come on.
I'm only down 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
sure.
mean, if I succeed, you'll be great. There we go.
Oh,
Nope. That's a natural one, so it takes 7 points of damage.
I mean, you could use your hero point now, since you saved it.
I think Zako needs to go back to bed and get up on the other side.
Talk about the
Oh,
dice
poor
telling a
Psycho.
story.
I mean, this
Wow.
is so jacked, though.
This is
you
the
know,
dice
like-
ruining what was a good story.
I know, like, we were just getting friends, and then, like,
Now
I'm
you're
like,
gonna knife me.
Well, I didn't mean to. You're just squirming so much, and
You're-
sit still.
Adam, I want to make sure your hero point total is correct as well, because as I said last time, I shouldn't have let you recall knowledge a second time. And you used a hero point on your second recall knowledge, so I want to give you that one back. So you
Okay.
can try that again. Yeah, if
That's
you would like
nice.
to. But if you want to just deal the damage and wait a little
So-
longer, it's 10 more minutes. But yeah,
Really?
Yeah, I'll do it. All right, here we go. Now we're cooking.
oh.
Oh, there
So
we go.
that was a dirty
Okay.
20. Change it to a dirty 20 for 9 points of healing.
okay.
That
And
gets
that-
me to max.
And it'll take your wounded condition off,
Take
too.
that to max, and I think in that amount of time, Karna would be able to heal Lucy to full.
Yeah, so,
Yep.
like, in the fiction,
You're
he
very
tries
good
to
healer.
he tries to help. Well, no, as I said, you were squirming, but if you sit still, I can do this without nicking you. I will almost cut an artery. I say, just be careful, And he patches you up, and he's like, truly, that was inspiring. You may not be so bad after all.
I'll take it. I mean, he like I said, he kind of pats you on the arm, strokes your fur a little bit, and says, "Well, I guess I didn't expect this challenging of a circumstance today, but we should certainly, moving forward, try to not only keep our head on a swivel, as they say, but also really focus on working as a team so that we don't end up in situations like this again. I don't say that to chastise anyone. I just feel like we've only just met each other, and now we've kind of forged our bond in fire, or rather in bronze, I suppose.
Yes.
Indeed.
You ever tried stand up?
Yes, several times.
How did it
Yeah.
go?
I think that answered our question.
I'm trying. He turns back to Charna and whispers, "I'm trying, Charna.
Karna,
Karna."
you're doing a really good job. I'm proud of you. But maybe retract the clause next time you're trying to patch somebody up, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
As you look around the room, you see shattered brass all over the statue, all over the floor. there's or bronze, excuse me, not brass. You would know like this is a fairly common metallic alloy, right? That you would be able to like nobody's going to pay you money for this. So there's not a whole lot to be do there.
It's not worth lugging around 300 pounds of this to scrap it later.
If you want to carry 60 bulk of metal scrap,
Oh my god.
yeah, whatever the weight actually is of it. And even if it was still in full total condition, as I described last time, like its face is totally worn off. There's some other like random items that are around it, like burned out candles. There's a few old coins that you look at and kind of like, dead flowers. There's some random bits and bobs that are around it. No sign of who left them there, of course. But there they are. Nothing else of value that you can see.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's fine. Yeah.
Are there any kind of like, I don't know, I'm just imagining these are like bronze statues, but they're of people. So I was just imagining, would there be any kind of like trinkets or like necklace or jewelry or anything like made into the statue? Not that I'm not like fishing for value, just to be full disclosure. I was looking for something to maybe kind of pocket to take and maybe commemorate this event.
Sure. Yeah. Not of the statues themselves. No. They were all whole cast bronze statues. As you look at them, you think you get the sense of maybe some the older identifying markers, like things that Vesk folks or Sheeran folks would have worn a century ago. Maybe it's been a while. But then among the little bits here, there are some coins that have like holes in the middle of them, right? Like if you were going to carry a coin on a string, kind of a thing. So if you wanted to take one of those from this little,
It's like a trick coin for a vending machine.
Kind of like that, yeah. Well, but also, like older coins in history would have had.
Because
some of them would have had a hole in the middle. Just carry, put them on.
Are
a string.
there? So this is my thought, right?
Yeah.
So we've kind of shattered this statue that was bronze, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would there? My thought was maybe there are like some like this size.
Oh sure.
Chunks of like the bronze that maybe I could just pocket and maybe down the road drill a hole in, maybe make a necklace or something, just to give everybody something to kind of have little happy to remember this by.
Would you like a bronze Dashko spike?
Answer that question.
Yes. I mean, yes, I would.
That would be one option, right? Thinking about what this thing, what this statue looked like here.
As hell, though.
Yeah, a little big. But yeah, here I'll show you the picture, or perhaps the bottom of the Dashko handle down there.
What about the teeth?
One of the
teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we break off the teeth?
Yeah, right around, like one of the
or not the teeth,
the horn barbs
the chin.
on the chin could be another one.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, the what would be a bone spike on a vest.
Yep.
That would be cool. Like pry off some of those, or maybe they broke off. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long to bust one off of there over the course of the 20 minutes of healing and everything that's happening here. So I think that's pretty reasonable.
We've got to figure out a name for our new ragtag gang, because I'm going to make us matching necklaces.
Sentimental bow.
Nice.
Sentimental is my second middle name.
All right.
So Karna has had one thing stuck in her mind, which was what was on the plaque. Does anyone else feel like that is a possible indication of anything related to this, or is it just?
I mean,
I have less history than you.
I assumed, but maybe wrongly so, especially since now that he says that they look contemporary of 100 years ago, that it probably is relating to the Swarm War, because they've bonded together. The Pact Worlds and the Veskarium were fighting for a long time, but then the Swarm came and they joined together to defeat the Swarm.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. History lesson.
Yeah. with that, the party is free to continue their explorations. What direction would you like to go around here?
I'm lost because I don't really remember where we've been.
Sure. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let me offer, if you'd like, you could go southwest and a little west to get back to the hub, the main central hub, if you'd like to do that.
After you, Lucy.
Luffy?
Leave me alone.
All right. So, as a reminder for our players, it's been a couple of weeks. You came in through this elevator to the northeast from your current location. To the northwest is the room full of fungus mold where you fought those disciples of the newborn. To the southwest is where that holographic orrery was of the packed worlds, floating around the room. Just slightly to the southeast was a raised platform where you fought a couple of the most sickest dressed Isoki you've ever seen, and protecting their stash of stuff that they had found. You came back to this, and then just a different southeast from where you currently are is that little short side hallway where the observer robot was. You found a few items in the storage there, and then just northeast is back where that statue was. So, options you could do. Directly east of you is a set of double doors. Directly west of you is a set of double doors. And then there's another tunnel just a little south and then southeast that ends in a single door down this direction.
Whoops.
Why
Let's go
don't
this
we?
way.
Okay.
I didn't mean to hit the door. I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, since we've already explored to the west, the north where the statues were, and the thing to the south, I was gonna say, why don't we just go ahead and do the double doors to the west so we know we've got the whole west block knocked out.
That's fine. You could say the same for the. You're saying west, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Going over here.
Both talking about the west.
Yeah, and we both want to go to the same door.
Oh,
Go
no,
west, young
I
man.
was talking about east and saying west, but it's fine. We'll do both eventually.
Question.
Yes.
How are the casters doing with spells and stuff? Because we've been fighting a lot.
I have 2 spells of 3 still left, so
Okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't think I know we were like mid game last time, or
Well, it should be on your
fight,
sheet.
but I don't think that it says 2 out of 3 because I used heal.
Yep.
You've only used heal so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you're still pretty good.
So west.
Yeah.
West.
All right. Go ahead and have. Oof, man, that door gets me
It's jarring.
every time. You look into this room and you see a maintenance bay that is crowded with machinery, piles of rusty junk mingled with items that look brand new, litter much of the floor in here. If you wanted to search around the space, you'd have to go further in. It looks like there's some kind of maybe a fabrication console to the west, some kind of computer to the north. There is there's a ladder that would go up to the catwalks up there. That is northeast corner of the room. A big pile of junk in the south end of the room. Yeah.
Someone who's better at computers or engineering than I may want to check out this machinery. There's seems to be on each side of the room, something you could look into.
Oh, right. Go check the computers.
Beautiful.
Here.
You go and you get close to the kind of computer fabrication station that's over there. And as you are looking at it and trying to figure out what's going on, you could attempt either a computers or a crafting check to kind of represent your quick study of it.
Okay.
Kind of like as you look at it with your hands on your machine gun.
No, a 7.
A 7 total. Okay. It's not a familiar setup, but Lucy's not very old. She hasn't seen too many setups. You'd have to study it for a little while to get it to work. Unfortunately, it's at this moment that you notice something. Something like kind of just suddenly falls and clangs onto the ground next to you. And you look down and you see that there is like just this piece of technological something. It's kind of hard to tell what it is, but where would it have fallen from? What does Lucy think in this moment?
So she looks up.
Yeah, okay. As you look up, you notice that suspended from the ceiling, but slowly kind of like globuling downward, is this large, misshapen, disgusting mass. And it looks ready to suddenly drop upon you. And we will be rolling some initiatives here in just a moment against this thing as it drops in. Let me add you to the tracker there.
Ooze alert!
The fact that it's dropping like slowly is worse.
Like
Yeah, it's very viscous. Yeah.
distending itself. Yeah, as it blorts its way down to the floor.
Ooh, blort's good verb.
Blorts. Everyone loves a blort, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
depending on the context, I think, really.
Blorts.
The only Blort I like is Paul Blort Mall Cop.
Okay. Let's see here. Lucy, how did you do on your initiative roll?
I got a 9.
You got a 9. Beaumont, how about you?
4.
A 4.
Oh no, 6 total.
A 6. Okay, 6 total. All right. Karna, how about you?
7.
7 total for Karna and Zako.
15.
15. All right. Unfortunately for everyone, I rolled highest somehow.
When I roll initiative, I get to drop my deal, so I'm going to go ahead and
Please
do that.
Yeah, by all means. By all means.
Remind us what your deal does.
Yeah, what's the
It's
deal?
my warp reality. At its base, it just means that any concentrate action has a chance of failure, but I can also make it difficult terrain with a action when it comes to my turn, which might be helpful in some ways with this thing, but yeah, I just might as well get it out while I can, so just in case it is. But yes, if there's any concentrate action, I doubt there will be with whatever this ooze is, but if there is,
If a ooze has concentrate actions,
it's over.
you better just run. Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. All right.
I have a quick question before things get going.
Please, that'll give me a chance
So-
to make sure I know what I'm doing with my character.
During our downtime,
Yeah.
I transferred vitality, right, to get some stuff up.
You did.
So when I transfer vitality, until my next turn, the end of my next turn, anyone I transferred it to gets concealed.
That would have. Oh, sure. Go ahead and finish your question. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess so. My conceal is, or my conceal. My question is, does that still apply like out of combat?
It does not apply outside of combat because
I don't like that answer.
I'm sorry.
but I
yeah,
respect
the scope,
it.
The scope of time is so nebulous there during those 10-minute refocusing moments and healing moments and things like that, that you would have to functionally like prepare to do it to someone. So the good news is everyone's, I think, pretty much totally healed. Except maybe Zako is down a point. I'm
down 1 point.
For
Yep.
sure. But yeah, you'd have you'd be able to. Well, let's see. Someone's probably about to get a little hurt here, as it is. So
I am, as someone who has and is currently running a little adventure called the Slithering, I am very nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Losers suck.
Yeah. Hey, Irene, would you tell me high or low, please?
Hi.
Hi, it is. All right. So with that, the ooze plopping down onto the ground turns and extends a pseudopod towards Beaumont. And Beaumont, this ooze snakes out. You're gonna have a 25 to hit. I forgot to target you, unfortunately.
It means you can't hit me.
Oh, well, it better. Okay.
Them's the rules.
Them's the rules.
No, that hits. It does not crit.
Okay. From this hit, you will take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of acid damage
Okay.
as it hits into you.
It's not as
In
bad
it-
as I thought it would be.
It's not too terrible. However, it is going to attempt to disarm you as part of that attack.
I thought it was gonna grab me.
No, it is attempting to
Oh,
disarm
it wants
you
to.
here.
It wants to eat your stuff. It's an assembly ooze.
I don't love it.
A
Oh no!
31.
I mean, you know,
Yep.
you know, like
I do know indeed. It is going to knock your. It's going
That's
to
a
knock your Dashko as a critical success.
Yeah.
It's going to knock your Dashko out of your hands onto the ground, and it just
Right.
lands on the
because
ground
like
at your
a
feet.
normal success would like loosen your grip on it,
Exactly.
making it easier for them to disarm next time.
Try to get it again. Yeah, another time. It is then going to lash out at you one more time here, just
Okay.
to see if it can smack you. But that's only a 9 total, which will
Okay,
miss.
that is a miss for sure.
Yep, that is a miss. Okay. After it goes, Zako is up next. Adam, what would you like to do here?
Man, what would the knowledge check be for this thing?
You can do occultism or something like ooze lore.
Well, I'm fresh out of ooze lore. I do have
I
pretty,
built my character specifically around oozes.
but I do have a pretty good occultism, so I will roll a knowledge check.
All right, let's see.
All right, that's a 15 on the die for 22 total.
22 total is a success.
All
You
right.
know that these things are called assembly oozes.
Okay.
They are often found in manufacturing areas. In fact, some companies not employ them exactly, but like cultivate them because you can feed them UPBs and they can be sort of programmed to spit out a specific item. So it's like a mobile gloopy 3D printer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's malevolent too.
It is, yeah. In this case,
okay.
it is, yeah.
Do I get more information that's like
Now, what would you like?
mechanically interesting?
Yeah, what would you like to know?
My instinct is to go with vulnerabilities, so we can
Man,
exploit that. But I'll put that to the group.
This is because of meta knowledge, not about this ooze, but oozes in general. Like special abilities, just because I know there's one that some oozes have that can make fights exponentially harder.
Yeah, but like the thing is, knowing about it's not going to stop it from doing it, and I'd like to know like what we could do to like shut it down. You know what I mean?
I mean, to counter that, knowing about it might prevent us from doing the thing that will cause the thing to happen.
Right,
you know?
right.
What would Zako do?
Zako would like to exploit its vulnerabilities.
All right.
This thing's gonna split into 25 oozes.
You are not familiar with any vulnerabilities it has because you would know that there are quite a few things that it is totally immune to. Things, for example, like acid, because it's hitting you with acid. It's using acid to break things down. It's an ooze. It's immune to critical hits. It's an ooze. It's immune to mental damage. Because it's an ooze, it's immune to precision damage. It can't be knocked unconscious. And because it doesn't really have any eyes, it's immune to visual effects.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well.
It both pleases me and makes me nervous that you didn't say it is immune to piercing damage and slashing damage.
Yeah.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Please.
Okay, so you said because it doesn't have eyes, visual effects, it's not the
It's
word.
immune to them,
Thank
yes.
you.
Mhm.
Would that include like light?
So if you were trying to cast a spell that did like something that's a really bright light and it has the visual trait on the spell, it would be immune to that spell.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
I think that what I'm going to do is my trusty electric arc on this thing.
Excellent. Yep. Go ahead.
Yep. So here we go.
All right, that sounds good. I'm going to roll this reflex save for
I'm
you
hoping
here.
that the reflex saves are a little bad on a ooze.
Ooh, 16 total
That is a fail. Yes, all right. So you will take 2d4 damage here. 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. All right. And I believe that's Zako's turn.
Yes, it is immune to all the things that I'm telling you right now.
Right. And he does.
And with that, we are on Lucille 3. It is your turn.
Okay,
What would you like to do?
I was looking at the computer, so I don't think I had my weapon ready. So I will have to. What do you say?
I would say that you're like you're kind of walked up to look at it, and I kind of picture it as who is she in the Aliens movie? Vasquez, right? She's walking around. She's got the massive machine gun that she's got, and the other guy does too, who's taller, and I can never remember his name. But they're even when they're looking at stuff, they're still holding it. It makes sense. So it's for you to have it. Yeah.
The thing is here, wherever I use my ability, I will hit my companion. So I will try to move. I don't know if piercing will do much damage to him, but we'll try.
Mm-hmm.
So I will move here next to Bo,
Mm-hmm.
so I can shoot there.
Yep. About
My cone.
yeah.
So let's see.
All right, so Lucy moves about 20 feet to the northeast corner of the room. Makes her
23.
strike. 23. A 23 would critically strike your target if that made a difference, but it does not.
But
for
they're
the
immune to
wounds.
crits.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
They're
right.
immune to crits.
Okay. Let's see if okay, max damage. 8.
Oh.
8
There you
points of
go.
damage. Excellent. All right, 8 points of damage. It's a nice hit. And I should roll a basic reflex save against your area fire still, correct? All right. Ooh. Just succeeded. I don't know how, but 19 on the die for a 19. So
Hey. All right, target that
go ahead.
reflex,
I'll
guys. Target
take,
that reflex.
I'll take some half damage from that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, max damage again.
Nice.
So how?
There
That's
we
what I'm
go.
talking about, dude.
Good. That's good. All right.
And that's it because yeah, my
Lucy,
present fire is two actions. So I think if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So
Totally. Yeah.
Nice.
All
that's it.
right.
So he's suppressed still.
Oh,
so.
right. Yep.
Mhm.
I'll give that to him. Help.
Karna's feeling a little bit hopeful with Lucy's quick action, quick movement. We're all kind of on the same side, so it feels like if we need to get out, we can, but also we're all together, so she's like, we got this.
Yeah.
And she's gonna go ahead and use Ricochet
Okay.
to see what we can do.
Excellent. If you could hit the cast button, that'll give me a DC I can click against. Thank you very much. Ooh, that is a 2 for a 2. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you these rolls here because they're really funny when they are from oozes. Yeah. Now, fun thing about oozes, they're immune to critical hits, but my understanding, they're not immune to critical failure.
Oh,
So-
right. So this gets to double that damage.
Yep. So, Karna, if you would like to go ahead and roll damage, we will double it from this ricochet attempt here.
Nice.
All right.
Right. All
Yeah,
right.
all right. How much did you get there, Hannah?
Rolled 5.
5. All right. So we'll double that to 10 points of damage to the
Oy.
ooze.
Okay, we're putting some work on this thing.
So when it oozed,
Oh, wait. It double. Oh, right. Because of the fail. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
the critical fail of his reflex save means that the damage was doubled.
That is correct.
Okay, I know I just spelled that out, but it's just
okay.
there. But just from my brain. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Totally. You have
Nice.
1 action remaining. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I do, don't I? For some reason, I thought I didn't. Let's see, who's next? Beaumont. I'm gonna cast guidance on Beaumont.
There we go.
Okay, great.
Excellent. Yep. You want to go ahead and put guidance? There you go. Let's put that on Beaumont.
Do I need to click anything else?
Nope.
Heath will take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll come up on Beaumont's turn.
That statue fight really seemed to have brought something out in everyone. You all seem to have quite a pep in your step, so carry on, sally forth. That's get him.
Yep.
He's doing a get him.
We
And
know
then
what Sally
I have to use an action. I tried to be smooth about it for once.
You were. I was all the way
Up.
with you, man. I was with you, you know? I was actually going to lean to Karna and be like, I'm starting to like it when he says Sally forth. Don't tell him,
Like
though.
good
Don't
things
tell him,
follow.
though. Yeah.
He doesn't need to know. He's already a little bit too confident.
I can hear you. I'm going to use an action to pick up my weapon that I was disarmed.
Yep.
So that's pretty important. And then I will have one action remaining to try to swing on this thing. I'm very pleased that when piercing damage was done, that this thing didn't split into two oozes. So now I
did
feel a
not.
little bit better about that.
Yeah.
Because they've been known to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So,
Did you put guidance on yourself?
no,
You
I
gotta drag
haven't
that spell effect over there, buddy.
yet. Okay. And can I use that for an attack?
You sure can.
Yep. All right. Well, then I'm doing that for sure.
Right choice.
Bold.
Oh no, it's
Hero
a natural one,
point,
but I have a
hero
hero
point.
point, and I want the good vibes and good momentum to carry on, so I'm using that hero point that I earned
I like
so
it.
bravely. So let's do it. Slightly better. It's a 10. Well, 11 with guidance.
11 with guidance.
It is
Meets
suppressed.
That might
the-
hit.
Yes,
I was
yes.
like, I was like so dejected, and then I was like, wait, this is an ooze. That could hit.
Is it so it's because it's suppressed?
Suppressed lowers its attack and
Okay.
reduces its speed.
But it is because of guidance.
Get 'em and guidance was the combination you needed. Yep.
Wow.
It took the whole team working together
Did.
to make
Right.
this
Did.
hit possible.
Amazing.
Lucy got it going. Karna felt confident from that and just shot over that good energy over to Bo.
Yes, it's infectious, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Alright.
let's do this.
Let's do it. Yeah, regular damage on this strike, but boosted by get 'em.
Oh, it rolled that die. I know it's digital, but it rolled so close to the tipping point over to a 5. But it was a 10 on the die for 16 damage.
16 damage.
Nice.
Okay. A solid blow. The ooze is now. If it would bleed, you'd call it bloody.
May
Yes,
I
Irene.
interrupt
Yes,
just a
by
little?
all means. Yeah.
I forgot that when I hit him,
Yes.
if he saves, he a success is a failure.
Fails. That's
Yeah,
right.
so-
Oh, that's right. Okay. I need to redo that.
4
Thank you.
more.
Thank
Yeah.
you for catching that. All right.
I
That's
forgot.
really cool.
Dude.
Man,
Excellent.
Having
All right.
effects that turn successes into failures is crazy.
Pretty
Yeah.
huge. Pretty huge. Oh gosh, what's it gonna do? You know what? I asked Irene last time, so I'm gonna ask Heath this time. Heath, high or low?
Low.
Low for Heath. It's high. Nicely done. Well, it happened the exact opposite way last time.
it did.
So here we go. So it is didn't like it. Does it like? It doesn't like. It doesn't have mental effects. So it slaps out a pseudopod at Irene, at Lucy. Sorry, it's not coming through the internet to get you,
Yes.
Irene. Yeah. But one flies out at you, a 16 to hit Lucy.
Misses.
Will miss. It is going to follow up with a second pseudopod blort in your direction for a 9.
Okay.
A 9 is going to miss as well, and it's just flailing wildly at this point. Gets an 18 on the third strike.
Oh wow. On the third, yeah, it hits.
13 just hits. Okay, or 18 just
even
hits.
suppressed. That's-
Even suppressed, brought it down. Yeah, brought it down, but couldn't quite do it.
Dang
That'll be 6 points of bludgeoning damage and 1 point of acid damage.
Okay, I resist 1 physical, so
Mhm.
that would be 6, right?
6 total. Yep.
That always feels bad when it like misses the 2 first attacks that it's way more likely to hit, and then
Yeah.
just squeaks out a hit
Yeah.
with the last one.
Squeaks out a boop, and there it is. All right,
Blorts.
Zako, we are back around to you. What would you like to do here?
Oh man, I mean, I think I'm just gonna keep on with that electric art.
Okay.
It seems to be the most reasonable thing to do, given
Very.
that it's low reflex and everything. So, here we go.
All right, here comes a reflex save for you. That is a total of 8. That'll be a failure.
Almost critical failure.
So
All right,
close. Let's see what we've got for damage here.
5 points of damage.
5 electricity damage. That goes through.
For my single action, I shall just sit tight.
Okay. Save
Yep.
your ammo. All right. Sounds good. Lucille 3, what would you like to do?
Okay, same thing. Let's suppressing fire again.
Excellent.
Okay. It's a 9. I don't think that will
9
do
total.
it, even with the.
A 9 total will miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
You'd like to put some area fire on it as
Sure.
well.
Mhm.
I don't believe it. A natural 20.
That's what we're talking about.
What?
Hey, new friends.
Wow.
Oh, that's a
That's a
actual
fact.
20.
An actual 20. Yeah, an actual 20.
Hey,
Yep.
new friends.
Hey, new friends.
All right.
So unfortunately, no damage that time. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, new friends. We're going to move on from the Cosmonastery of the Empty Orbit to talk about the Eyes Wide Agency. Did you know there's an agency of private detectives that operates in a morally and legally gray area, combining traditional investigative practices with mind-reading abilities? They work on cases from corporate espionage to missing persons cases to unsolved crimes and even to less savory tasks.
Wide, yeah. I think you can learn a lot more about them in the Drift Crisis Case Files adventure pack. So, for first edition, Starfinder, a good time. All right, Lucy, unfortunately, it's just too quick that time.
Yeah.
Karna, we are back
That's
around
not-
to you. Oh,
it's
yeah,
just
go ahead.
two actions. I have.
Oh
one
my gosh,
action.
I'm so sorry. It is not, that's my bad.
I can hit him again because if you
Absolutely.
remember, if I use suppressing fire, that attack doesn't count for my multiple attack penalty, so I can attack with my highest
Excellent.
bonus. So,
We love our action hero.
at 25.
25
Sadly, is not a
it would
critical.
critically hit, but yeah.
But
A
damage
crit
is
hit in
damage.
spirit.
Okay, that's 4.
4 points of damage. Nice. Damage is damage. Looking good.
Just meat boxes, these oozes, man.
They really are. They really are. All right. With that, is that the end of your turn,
Yeah.
Irene? All right. Now we're on to Hannah for what Karna will do this time.
So, how are we doing on healing? Does anybody need some vitality network? It's
I'm
like
down
little
5.
damages. You feel okay
Down.
right now?
I'm down 6.
Is that something you
5.
would want? Or would someone
Um,
rather me use like a 1 action to cast guidance?
You could do both.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but
Well,
she wants to.
I've got
attack,
3
I think.
actions, so
Yeah.
all my spells are
I assume you're saving a couple actions for something like Ricochet again, or
right.
another
Ricochet,
spell.
or I
I
could
think
just
since your healing fills up, you may use it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
might as well give 4 out since you'll get that 4 right back next turn. Yeah.
right.
Just a little spot healing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna target this fella again, and we are going to do Ricochet again.
Mhm. I'll
Do I
attempt
need-
that.
Okay.
Ooh, that 11 total looks like a failure. Is that correct?
I see that on yours.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
All right, 11 totals of failure. So I'll take regular damage from this spell.
All right, gonna roll. 5.
All right, 5 points of damage, wearing it down.
Nice.
And then your third action then is to heal.
Right. I'm gonna transfer 4 points of vitality over to Lucy.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Got to get my girl up and ready.
Yeah. And with that, we'll come back around to Beaumont.
All right. I will get him first action. And
I think you can legally change that to Sally Forth now. on
Sally
your
Forth.
sheet.
oh, okay. Yeah. Paizo,
I'll allow it.
Paizo will approve that.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah.
We're just playtesting anyway. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a better name.
Yeah, I mean, because it's got oozes in general have such low AC. Like, this is one of the times that I don't feel iffy about rolling 2 attacks in a row. So we're gonna get him and then swing twice.
Okay. Excellent.
Yep. All right. First strike.
Nice.
Okay, that'll do it. 24.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll
That'll
damage.
Get 'em.
Regular damage. Yep.
Yep. All right, that is 12 damage.
12 is a solid hit.
All right, and then second attack. That's a 13.
13 hits.
Let's
Yeah.
go, 2 in a
Roll
row. He's
damage.
just using this pickaxe to it's like smacking Jello, you know? Just like
The
chopping
reverb
up
almost
Jello.
helps you get back there.
But yeah.
And that'll be another 9 damage.
9 points of damage is
Wow.
sufficient. What's it
Let's
look like when you
go.
land
Okay,
the final blow?
Like I said, smacking Jello. Like he's like a kid with a lightsaber, you know, just swinging wildly because there's no technique. This is just a big blob of goop, you know. So he's like shouting out encouragements and then just hammering at this thing with a pickaxe, you know.
Nice.
I don't know what you hit to vitally, you know, end and ooze, but I think he just smashes enough gloops of ooze Jello off that it breaks apart enough to die.
It absolutely does. You see it's gray matter fly everywhere across the room in a big kind of a sound. Sorry,
Yeah, I
listeners.
was
Apologies
Just
for that.
about to ask you if you could describe the sound it made as it left this realm.
There it is again. Bonus round. Yeah. It's awful. It sounds awful. But it flies all over the place, and the party can stand down from encounter mode.
All right.
Guys, I think we're getting pretty good at this.
If
That's
only
what's
we were
pretty-
doing what we were supposed to be doing. But yeah, we're
Which is what?
staying alive. Who even knows at this point?
Right. That's what I'm
Well
saying.
then, what are you scolding us for?
Good job staying alive. Let's try to stop encountering these fellas.
She's just bitter because she's not fully alive.
Wow.
Hey now,
What?
I
do
would
you
say
mean?
you touched a nerve, but
But they're dead.
I'm
What?
dead.
What do you mean you're dead?
Well,
I think you haven't explained that actually to us. So
I just
You're
thought you
right.
maybe had a cold or something.
You think that
well,
was
I
a
am
cold?
cold if you feel my skin. I do tend to be clammy these days, and yeah, I haven't said much about it because I'm not well acquainted with it myself. This is a fairly recent development.
what?
You-
I don't get it.
Have you heard of
I
a
don't get it.
Have you heard of a Barai, Lucy?
No. No. What is it?
Well, I used to be alive, and I just about died. Somehow, I don't really have all of the memory there. It's kind of fuzzy, but yeah, let's just say I was in a predicament. Things got bad, and next thing I know, I'm here, but a lot different.
You're an undead?
Yes.
She looks at you like she doesn't believe you. She's like, but undeads are usually really evil.
Hey,
Think
listen,
of
I
it as
haven't
a
been one
semi-undead.
I haven't been not alive for very long, but I'm pretty sure that that's just a you know, a little bit of a stereotype.
Jason,
Sir.
I would like to roll a knowledge check on Barai.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to angle you remember Zaka's backstory?
I do.
I would like to angle that is where he has potentially seen Barai before being studied or created.
Fascinating.
Is it right? Like, so that's what I want to check here. If
Absolutely.
he knows that. Okay.
Absolutely.
So what would this be? A medicine check?
You could attempt medicine. You could also attempt. I would also allow occultism.
Yeah, let's
I
go
would
with
allow
occultism. That's
religion
a lot better.
as a check.
No, like
But I
we're
think
gonna go with
occultism
occultism.
makes the most sense
All right, here
here.
we go.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that makes sense.
Okay, so that's a 21.
Your mind flashes back to a moment from that time in your life, and you can remember being at a community, and the community is filled with, incredibly diverse individuals. Some of them hyper skilled, absolute leaders in their field at what they do, and getting an invitation one day to a particular lecture at a hall. And as you're at that hall, it's a lovely day outside, and you go in, and it's cool inside. And as you look around, you see there's quite the gathering here of both scholars and lay people who are curious about this thing that is happening. And the lecturer that is kind of presiding over this comes in, takes their stand at the podium, and then some let's call them assistants bring a person out between them, right? And yeah. As they bring that out, you look around and you see kind of like a sharp intake of breath from some of the people nearby. And one stands up and points, says, "That's not possible. I saw the accident. That's not possible." And the lecturer raises a hand, a person sits down, someone goes over and talks to them. And he says, "There are still many mysteries of the universe that we have not yet decoded. In the process of doing what we can here on the island, we've learned a few things about what some of them are. And one of them is the effect that you see here before us. Now, this individual, grievously wounded in that shipping accident the other day, seems to have clung so tightly to the life that they were about to leave behind that it has called them back from the I can't even say the brink of death. They had stepped fully into that realm. And yet, they were able to step out again. And here they are today. Now, what I posit is this divine? Perhaps. It could be sheer force of will that got this person back to where they are. And this is what I am researching today, and what I will tell you here." And he then begins to continue on with this lecture and talking about the ins and outs of all of this and what's going through Zako's head as you get this.
So yeah, Zako's remembering this, and he says, "Lucy, this is a condition that has existed for a very, very, very long time. I wouldn't so much as see her as undead. She's not without her spirit, without her soul. She died, and she was too stubborn to not live."
Karna's just kind of like right there by you, by the doors, just with her arms crossed and kind of like kicking the ground a little bit, looking a little bit uncomfortable about the situation, but also interested.
Yeah, and Zako looks to you, Karna, realizing that he might have a better understanding of what has happened to you than maybe even you do. And he looks to you and he says, "I heard a long, long time ago it being referenced as And as he's saying this, he's rubbing the gem in his forehead, as reliving.
Man, at this point, I don't even fucking know. All I know is that I really wanted to stay.
Well, you're here with all of us, and well, we're glad.
Yeah, this is a lot better than the alternative. And then she stops and thinks, maybe.
So, I go and I get close to you, Karna, and she's like looking at you, still like not quite believing you. And she's like, puts her ear on your chest very quickly. She's like, I suppose I don't hear her heart.
I don't know.
I think that you might actually.
Very faintly, probably.
I mean, instead of straight up blood running through my veins being pumped by my heart muscle, it would be this black ichor that's tied to the void.
But her heart works. I mean,
Yeah,
You can hear her
it's
beat
pushing
anyway.
it around. It's pushing it around.
Yeah.
so she's like, I don't know. You don't seem like dead, but you look.
Yeah, I'm
How
Not
did
dead
you
dead.
die? Why
That's-
did you die?
Why did you die?
Lucy, I really wish I knew the answer to that. The last thing I remember before ending up in an alleyway was going to do, well, I signed up for this research study. I'm in school and you know, times are hard. You gotta bartend, you gotta do the research study. You're just trying to, you know, pay for classes and yeah, I remember knocking on the door. It was kind of in a weird place, but you know, there's not a lot of places on campus that let you conduct sleep studies. And yeah, next thing I know, I'm in an alley, and I'm Barai, and there's some blood. So
Oh,
she's like kind
someone
of staring
killed
out
you.
into the middle distance. You can tell she's a little dissociated right now, flashing back, and obviously this happened right before you met her.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, like right before she got her little comm unit buzz to come and see if she wanted this job. So it's still really fresh. And then she just kind of like snaps out of it and goes, "So yeah, I'll keep you in the loop if I remember anything else, because I'm as curious as you. I still don't know what's going on."
Someone killed you. Wow.
Well, they failed.
They didn't fail.
They didn't.
You just didn't let them win.
They failed. Stares you straight in the eyes.
Okay. That's fine, Karna.
Oh, that's really interesting. So you're a really. That was a long time ago? No?
Sister, and she pulls out a piece of paper from her pocket that she'd had wadded up. I don't know, how long have we been in these tunnels?
An hour or two.
Few hours at the most.
Earlier today.
yeah.
And
Like, it's very
hands it
fresh,
to you.
right?
Yeah, it's like this kind of yellowish piece of paper. It's all crumpled up in a ball. I hand it to you, and it's like this weird flyer for the study, and there's like blood splattered on it, and I'm like, this is all I got, man. This happened
Wow.
this morning, last night, I don't know.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Sounds a little bit like when I was born. I was also in a hallway, you know?
Oh, do you
Yeah.
remember when you were
Of
born,
course,
like
yeah.
created?
Yeah,
How-
of course.
How did that happen?
Well, androids. We just open our eyes in in the bodies we have. And
Yeah.
there was a soul before me, and the soul left, and then I was there, and I think probably she was killed. I don't think she was killed, but she was attacked. Yeah.
So
And-
was this body somebody else's before it was yours? Or and then you're like obviously a new soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can tell. We like
Yeah.
it. We like new soul Lucy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what she was doing. Yeah, she was attacked, I think. I was very some beaten up, and I crawled into a hallway, and I was alone, and I didn't know what was happening, but yeah, I was born there.
Wait, so did someone, I don't know much about androids, did someone put your soul in you or it just
Oh,
appeared?
it just appeared.
Huh.
They just kind of do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zacho
If
is
I
like
want-
looking back and forth to the two of them talking, just like trying to hold back like chuckles, you know, like
You know-
because he understands that this is an important conversation for both of them to have, but like he understands the science and the mysticism behind both,
Right.
you know, and like
And they're
there's
both
a
over here
huge-
like,
there's a huge gulf there, but you guys are bonding nonetheless, and so it's like, okay, all right, here we go.
You know, when you know, I can leave this body, and then another soul can come into this body. That's how we. That's how it works.
so my soul left my body too, but I mean, the little bit I know about
It-
Barai is it's tethered. I'm just kind of hanging on.
Well, yes,
Interesting. Well,
that's
what's
close enough, yeah.
she's just kind of like,
But you're a little bit like me in a little way, yeah.
I
I understand.
yeah, we're really similar.
think Bo might
A little
just
bit of
like
sarcasm there.
Beaumont comes over to Zacho and just like puts a hand on his shoulder, like he sees him keep trying to jump in, like y'all don't know what you're talking about, you know. And it's like, oh, just let him have it, you know. But so Beaumont has remained, you know, silent for this whole time. Obviously, a big moment for you guys, and he doesn't know any more about it than anybody. But he does kind of approach Karna and says, "Well, I'm certainly no expert on death or Barai or any of that, but as Zacho said, we're pleased to have you. And a few years ago, I suffered a nearly fatal accident myself, and I've got the hardware to prove it." And he takes a glove off his right hand and reveals he's got a prosthetic metal hand under there, arm under there. And he says, so, you know, if things had turned out differently, I might be in a very similar situation. So I know there's likely many prejudices and stereotypes and whatnot about undeath, but I don't hold to any of those. I don't know enough about them to even entertain them. So I just want you to feel, you know, welcome among us, despite obviously a traumatic and difficult situation.
And Karna has like a very grateful look in her eyes because obviously she's very uncomfortable in her body right now because it's not the one that she's ever known, at least the version that she's ever known. So she feels grateful. Thanks, Bo. I appreciate that. Any special abilities with that new armor hand thing?
It's just really strong.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm not
No-
gonna
nothing,
say anything else.
Nothing other than that.
Okay.
I think with that, party in the midst of sharing things here about themselves and their adventures thus far, why don't we, as players, take a little bit of a break here, and then we'll come back and we'll continue on here with continuing to explore the ghost levels. Why don't we take until a quarter till? Does that sound good for
Alright.
everybody?
Yep.
All right.
Sounds
All
like a
right.
plan.
Audience, we'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Thank you.
Thanks for the Starfinder.
we're back. Oop. Did I cut somebody off? Sorry.
Did
We're
you?
back. So what it is. I don't know. Oh gosh. Whoa, whoa.
Oh,
No earthquakes in New York City. Just
oh no.
Oh, fun.
Okay. No, we're good. No, I
No
just
earthquakes.
kicked the tripod. No, no
Okay.
earthquakes. Yeah. Adam, you'll appreciate this. Playing the cat person, that my kid left a stuffed cat propped up against the door of the office, and when I opened the door, it went toomp and tumbled on in. It's very cute. Nice little reminder. So yeah, great to have. All right, we are back. Speaking of cats in rooms next to the door, there's Zako, there's Karna, there's Lucille 3, and there's Beaumont. And there's the splattered remains of an assembly ooze all over the place. One thing, studying it and, outside of the heat of battle, Adam, one thing Zako would remember about it is that if Beaumont hadn't been able to pick up his Dashko before the start of its turn, and its turn came around again, it has a 3-action ability, a really horrible one for something like a personal item like Beaumont's got, called Disassemble, where it just engulfs something and breaks it down into UPBs.
I knew it wanted to eat that item.
Good. Yeah.
It's like a worse rust monster. You know what I mean?
Really is. It really is. So yeah. All right. With that, is the party doing further exploration of this room, or just checking around to see what else they
let's
can
do
do?
a little perception check on the situation. I don't have the best, but I will roll one.
By all means, and you can
Well,
go
we-
ahead and
We
roll
didn't
those in the
get
clear.
much from the computers.
Yeah, we
either,
didn't
right?
get very far. No.
Yep, it was initially a lower roll on the computers check there.
That's an 18 on that perception, Jason.
18 perception. All right, so Zako, you're kind of peering around the room here, and let's see, in the midst of a lot of the stuff that's here, let's see, you can find that there is, among all of the different stuff that's around here, most of it is just junk, right? Like, some things are like partly reassembled items, but not quite all the way there. If you look at the ooze itself again, you could go digging in the goop too, if you want to get goopy.
Yeah, I'll put on my doctor's gloves, put on some disposable gloves, and start
you go.
poking around in there. Yeah.
Beaumont's like, oh, thank God.
All right, as you dig around there, kind of squelching things off to the side, you find a couple of things. You find a comm unit in there, like a burner phone, basically. And you also find something that you would recognize as a radiation sweeper, handheld device capable of detecting radiation within 120 feet.
Okay. He pulls it out and he points it directly at Karna. Just to check, he's like, oh, this might be helpful, and he points the radiation gun at Karna, just to be sure.
She raises an eyebrow at you and just kind of like
It's
gives you a
just
disappointed look.
This is all procedure. It's, you said that you're connected to the void. I must just check to make
You're
sure
the
that...
one with the third eyebrow.
Yeah, I'll check myself too. I'm good. No clicks here.
It reminds me of the handheld thing that they had in Ghostbusters way back in the day. Yeah. Just like that. No normal clicks in this room. No radiation detected here.
Yeah, good. So he says, yeah, this looks to be a radiation detector. I can hold on to this and check rooms as we go forward. Familiar with them.
With all the different random things we've encountered so far, probably a really good idea.
Yeah, he pockets it.
Awesome. I put it into the party stash along with that spare comm unit. If you'd like to.
Is there any
of those.
information on the unit? Like, is there like, can we go through the text messages or
I'm
emails?
sorry. It's code locked. You have to guess the code. It's one of those ones you got three guesses on it.
Your
Zako
mom.
rules. Is that it?
Zako rules is not it. No, unfortunately.
Can I try to hack it?
Sure, you can try to hack it. Go ahead and attempt me a computers check.
Okay. 13.
Okay. With a 13, you look at it and you try and bypass this pin number that somebody's put on there whenever ago, and you put in a couple of guesses, and it just kind of shakes at you a little bit, but you do not get through with your hacking attempt. As if you try to, are you trying to like communicate with it in the process, kind of talk to it, kind of a thing,
I
or does it have to be a robot for that?
Yeah, it's like technological creatures. So it's not a creature. So yeah.
Nope. Yeah, as you get into it, you can tell like you can get some senses of it, right? Like it's it's got a battery that's functioning normally. It's got a hard drive that's got some information on it, but not much. But what all is on there is difficult to tell for sure until you get into it.
Yeah, I can't open it, but maybe we can find the password somewhere. If maybe.
Sods of tech down here.
Now I'm just imagining the ghost levels as, for anybody who's played Baldur's Gate 3, how like all the what are they called? The like devil kids with the horns.
The tieflings?
Yeah, the tiefling children that have like secret caves and run like shady merchant shops and stuff. Like they got a secret racket going underground.
This is just the front.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
But it's really strange.
It is strange.
Really, really strange.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there's nothing else here, right?
Yes, sir.
You take a look around and no, you don't. You just see a big pile of junk. If you need it, like if the fabrication unit
Where the ooze came from?
It came from the ceiling directly above, but I mean,
closer.
way up. Back.
Man. Y'all missed it. It was the best thing that we will ever do on this show, and you guys missed it.
Never to be repeated.
Hey, I brought it over to the chat because I know other people have better ones.
The real Pan-American conversation there.
It is.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
The Oregon Trail was involved. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing. So the party has the option now to explore. Lucy, did Irene want to climb the ladder and go across the catwalk there?
I will.
Okay.
I will.
Climbs up. Go ahead and feel free to walk along it as you wish. You see that it bends down to the southeast after you climb and go. It goes straight south from after the bend, and then it comes to a ladder down, and you would recognize this as the hallway right outside of the observatory orrery kind of area there. So,
Okay.
yep, you're filling in the map. Yeah.
All right. We've cleared this stretch.
Yep. All right. So with that, I think we could probably pretty quick. Everybody could just pull themselves right into the main intersection there and decide from there what direction they'd like to go next.
Did you say wet direction?
Wet direction you don't want to go.
I'd like to go a dry direction if that's okay.
The least
fair.
moist direction
moist.
we could find.
We've already had like spores and ooze and
Sure.
other
Yeah.
goofy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Well, you would see the tunnel to the southeast has steam occasionally, kind of like billowing up some vents in the floor. So there's
That would be the wet one.
So
I
that's
don't
not
want
the
one.
least moist.
That's not
yeah,
the
that'd
least
be,
bad.
it'd be some
I
doors
wanted
to
this. I still wanted to go to the east directly, like the
I'm
double
with
doors
that.
to the right.
I'm with that plan.
All right.
We're
Yep.
healed, right? We're okay.
I think we would have had time, take 20 minutes, and that would have been sufficient for everyone to get healed. Yeah.
Because I guess we're not really on time crunch here, so like,
We're lost. No.
yeah.
Lost. Yeah.
So,
So at some point, I've been not. Okay, hold on. Before you pop that door open, let's make
Okay.
sure everybody catches up. To where they want to be. You do see a short side hall here to the southeast. It ends in a
Oh,
different
there's
double door.
Another door here.
Mm-hmm.
This is just too many choices.
Boy, if you were Sheeran
Oh my
right
God.
now, you'd just be tripping this entire
Uh-huh.
time. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why don't we check this double door we were initially planning on, and then after that we can go to the south and check the other double doors. They may be linked. They may go to a common
Hey guys,
area.
hey,
Hey,
there's
Hey.
something here.
Oh,
Oh,
son of a gun.
Okay,
No, that's the one you've already.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's-
okay.
Yep.
That's where the
Okay.
robot was.
it
Yep.
was alive. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah. No, it's still got all the bullet holes you put in it. Put it
Lucy,
down.
I don't think those models are the ones that absorb souls. I think we're all right.
Thankfully,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. You still have fresh in your memory, relatively.
Ah.
Oh God, the door.
I did it on
Shit out of me.
purpose too. I was like, I'm gonna get him.
You got me, son of a gun. All right.
Are these computers or toilets?
Right. Let me see what you got here, right? So this wide corridor up ahead, and you could even step into the room to kind of get the full view here.
That's what a GM would say.
It is what the GM would say. Has the atmosphere of a crowded auto train platform. There are sounds and vibrations of a crowd talking and milling about that fill the chamber, even though the area is deserted. Noisy hollow ads explode from the surrounding walls, their bright colors bursting into the corridor as three-dimensional models of actors and products compete for attention. And it's just all this mishmash of colors and ads and all kinds of sensory overload.
It's just the
happening here.
guy with the pink suit in the T-Mobile commercials over and over again.
He's there. Yep, he's there, but legally distinct. It's fuchsia, just in case.
Yeah, and it's Z-Mobile or whatever.
Yeah. Z-Mobile. It's Zo Mobile.
Right,
there you
so
go.
mobile.
Yeah.
So
Mobile.
mobile.
exclamation mark.
Yeah.
He did like Ryan Reynolds and started his own Mint Mobile.
Yeah, that's
you know?
it. Yeah. Zoe is now cast by Ryan Reynolds in my head.
That
That's
actually
a good casting,
fits
dude.
far better than I want it to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. It does.
Yep, it's
You
good.
can do the
It's good.
intense eyes really well.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, and so it's just like they're trying to sell you all kinds of things. I mean, like there's laundry detergents, there are self-stealing Sten bolts, there are bike tires, there are hover pads for cars. There's ship fuel. There's all kinds of stuff that's happening here. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything that's not trying to sell us?
This is the center of all capitalism. We must destroy this room.
Kind of weird to be just down here in these tunnels.
Yeah. And
You said this looks like a train station?
it has the feel of it. Yeah. So it's almost like thanks Irene. As like you go like to wait outside the subway or something like that, and there's might be ads or stuff.
I see, but it's not. But it is not a subway station or train station.
That's right.
Fact, right?
It is not in fact.
Because I was thinking it might be a way out of here if it was.
Right. Good looking out.
Yeah.
Lucy,
Yeah.
is there any way you could turn all this bullshit off?
Let me see.
Well, Lucy, conveniently, as you pass the midway point of this hallway, there are two new holographic shapes that flit out of the wall of hollow ads here. I'm just gonna nudge you one square to the south, if that's okay, for a sec, and then I'm gonna do this over here. And these look like little bat-winged scamp kind of creatures. I'll pop this art out for you all to observe.
Oh my god.
But unlike the picture that we've got here necessarily, their arms and legs kind of trail off into like tentacular appendages, right? And they're wriggling and writhing as they're flapping there.
Yikes.
And they start performing these peppy song and dance routines, and they're moving in time to the pulsing ads displaying all around them. And one starts singing, "Are you gonna dress like a chump, clad in things you found at the dump? Time for you to shop at the Jump." And there's a big flashy display for a clothing store called the Jump that's there. That's
Oh
just
no,
kind of
they're
all
doing
up in his
TikTok
business.
dances.
They are. And then simultaneously, the other
Kill
one is
them.
like, "Teeth so white, teeth so clean, keep them that way with polished dream." And then there's a toothpaste ad that thing that pops up, and their songs repeat. And what's give me what's the 1 second thing that's going through your characters' heads as this all pops up for them before they
WTF.
continue. Yeah, WTF. Fair.
Fucking ads. That's literally the thought I have every time it comes up on like YouTube or something. I'm like,
Sure. It's damn ads.
that's my one F-bomb for the episode.
Yeah, Lucy or Irene. Yeah.
Lucy thinks, "Oh, so cute." That's what she thinks.
Yeah. Beaumont's probably thinking, "What? Turn it off."
Yeah, I mean, it's just like overload. It's like he's simultaneously thinking like these bat things they look surprisingly derpy, but also it's just so much, just corporate bullshit just spewing out. It's like he's not, philosophically opposed to it. It's just like so intrusive and attention consuming. It's distracting.
Yeah. As they come back around on their songs, and their songs repeat, but the two creatures like start jostling each other, and they're even arguing about which product deserves your attention more, and which and their credits that it should get. When the first one stops and says, "Hey, why are we fighting?" And the other one looks like it catches on and goes, "Oh, you're right." And with an impish grin your direction, they say in unison, "Let's just split the credits." And they prepare to launch an attack at you. So let's roll for some initiative here.
All right, so we've gotten constructs, we've gotten oozes. Now we're going to be dealing with holograms, aka incorporeal nonsense. I'm assuming, because this is the playtest adventure, right?
The playtest adventure.
Gotta
Is
learn
it?
how to do all.
We'll
the things.
see.
All right, we'll see.
Literally
We'll see.
like an ad attack.
It is
a
an
marketing
attack.
attack. But
Oh.
could it be fatal?
We shall see. All right. Adam, what did Zako get for his initiative?
22.
22. How about Irene? How about Lucy?
20.
20. Hannah, what about Karna?
25.
25. And Beaumont. Heath, what about Beaumont?
9.
9 for Beaumont. All right. The start of the encounter. Karna, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Lovely. That's a great question. Okay, so these are not living creatures, correct?
You could assume that. Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
Karna assumes that, but Hannah is curious.
Yeah. I think you could look at them and in the lore of the world, you would recognize it as something like a hard light hologram kind of a thing. Yeah. Did you ever watch Star Trek Voyager by chance?
Not much. I'm one of those. I'll catch episodes with somebody else who's watching, but I haven't watched through.
Okay, there's a holographic doctor, and even though he's a hologram, he can still.
Oh, is that one of the more recent?
Things. Oh no, this is like 25 years old now plus.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's the one with Tig in it?
Sorry, that's Discovery.
Sorry,
no, that's Star Trek Discovery. Yeah. There's some in there too, I think. Yep. All right. But what would Karna want to do first here?
A great question. She's kind of just like shaking her head at the ridiculousness of the situation because we've just like had back-to-back really high stakes feeling situations. It was a little bit less so than our giant statue dude. And now we've got 2 freaking bat holograms that are like coming at us. So, I think, let's see how far I am. Okay, I'm right at 30 feet. I want to see if I can create a diversion with Figment. Is that something that would work with these fellers?
You could certainly try. Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Okay.
I mean, you got to learn somehow. I don't know what it's gonna do,
Yeah.
So like just.
All right.
You took the spell. Why not try it?
Let's try it. That's right. I haven't used Figment yet because it always feels like a second-class spell. So let's give it a moment in the light and see what happens.
Yeah. So you cast it. What does your Figment look like? Because it's this little illusory sound or vision, right?
Right. I'm gonna assume that it's probably another ad-looking illusion, but something that would make them both feel defensive and annoyed, probably. So like I'm losing the word I need, but another company's ad that they don't like.
Like an ad for something really basic, like grass.
Just something that competes with them enough that they're like annoyed.
No, it's like if they were doing ads for Coke, you're doing an ad for Pepsi.
Pepsi, right. They're like,
sure. Okay, I got you.
How dare you? All
right. So once you cast the spell, you get a +2 bonus on your deception check to create a diversion. You can target one of these 2 creatures here, right? And let's see. What do?
So she should just click that create a diversion, right?
Click on create a diversion in the chat there.
Gotcha.
In the spell description.
I was like, I thought I did what I needed to do.
Yep. I'm just going to pull this spell effect over onto you, so when you roll it, it gives you that bonus option.
What do I do next?
So when you click create a diversion, here, I'll click it with you just to double check.
Sorry,
so I know
remember
what I'm
how
I see what's going
it
on
has
here.
the high res, or the high...
Tell me this, you're making, let's see, so these are still running Pathfinder 2nd edition things, so do you see one that says trick, a little button that says trick on there near the top of the description? With a gesture,
I see
a trick.
gesture, trick, or distracting words.
Go ahead and click on trick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then roll.
And make sure the +2 bonus is activated there, and then you can roll it. Yeah.
Okay, they all say on, so I'm going to assume that they are.
Yeah.
So the high contrast is only in my character sheet and not in any of the rest of it. So the chat in this is all like white on light gray. So
Gotcha.
I'm like, what does it say?
Yeah, you might want to try the high contrast character sheet
I'm
setting.
need to switch that over. Oh, the character sheet is. Everything else isn't though.
Oh, gotcha.
So any other box is not. I don't know.
Very strange. All right.
Okay, so Karna, succeeded with a 22.
Correct. You did succeed. So you are now hidden to those two creatures. So they would be flat-footed to you should you say raise your reaction breacher and take a shot at them or something like that. Or if you wanted to sneak back out in the hallway and just leave for a little bit,
Okay.
they wouldn't know where you had gone. Yeah, if you
Gotcha.
wanted to sneak away. Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Does this stay? Okay, it stays until this. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Does
Mhm.
it stay until the start of my next turn?
Yes, it does. And then if you spend an action on your next round to sustain the spell,
It actually doesn't. It
Oh,
lasts
is it-
until the end of this turn. So the idea is that you distract them first to then follow up with an action directly associated with that distraction, right? So yes, this would be a good time to shoot them with a breacher or a spell. I would suggest a spell because they're holograms, so your breacher probably isn't going to...
So only got one action left is the challenge.
I see.
Hold on. Sorry.
Mhm.
Not sorry. Just give me a
No, it's good.
second.
all
No,
good.
I'm trying not to apologize for needing a minute to make
No.
sure I know what I'm doing.
By all means.
Yeah, so because my Figment was a 2 action, I literally could I can cast Guidance on somebody else, or I could take a shot with the Reaction Breacher, which doesn't that have... I might be misremembering. What is the damage that it does?
Well, that was specific to the construct, right?
Well, no, I'm just
Oh.
in general. Like, what is the damage considered?
Sure,
Like, it's
Bludgeoning.
yeah.
not...
It's
Okay.
dealing bludgeoning damage,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Just do it. Take the shot. You know, you got their AC down.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the, take use of the Figment.
Okay. Or I do have Ricochet, which can be used on 2 creatures.
But it's got 2 actions.
Oh
to
wait,
it.
yeah,
Sure.
that's right.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Okay,
You're welcome.
So we're gonna go ahead and use a reaction breacher, because why
Wow.
not?
Yeah. I love the description of the reaction breacher. It's just like a flat cannon. It's launching like miniature cluster missiles. It's awesome.
Nice.
All right. What'd you get there, Hannah? For
Got
Karna?
a 17.
17. That hits your target. You can go
Alright.
ahead and roll damage. Let's see what you get.
Karna deals 5 damage.
5 damage. Those 5 damage all appear to go through.
Nice.
All right. You kind of
And
like
that is-
discorporate a little bit of the hologram.
Nice. So that's cool. And that's a cantrip, right?
Which, oh, yes.
A Figment. So yeah, like
Figment is.
that is a combo that you can do, as an option, as like a way to use all 3 actions. You get them distracted, and then their AC is lower, so you're more likely to hit. So, keep that one in your pocket as a
Yeah.
good one too.
I have 2 different that are like that. I mean, one is a
Yeah.
spell, not a cantrip, but distraction based that can kind of help. The other one I think is the one that actually lasts till my next turn. Anyway, go
Gotcha.
ahead.
Yeah. All right. As you within the area. What's the area? Nope. The area is everywhere. As you finish taking your shot at these creatures and blasting, just roars through the hallway here. There is a projector on the wall, not too far from Lucy, that blasts a new ad right in front of you. Could you please attempt this will save for me over there? Ooh, wait. Within. How close is it? Are you within range? Oh, you are within range. Oh, you're all within range. Hey, can I get a will?
Stop it.
Could I get a will save from everybody, please? Yeah.
Yes. Here we go. Oh no.
All right.
Where do I do the will save?
Do you see right above where Lucy and Zako have rolled? There's a little thing that says "will" right there.
In the chat.
Got you.
Yep.
Again, I need
chat.
to figure out how to change the contrast.
All
Okay.
right.
It's that bit from Family Guy where he's just going, smoke. Are you smoking yet?
All right. How do we do Zako?
11.
11 is a success. How did it turn? I know how it turned a failure into a success. Haha. It's got a trait. Lucy 3, you got a
21.
21, which critically succeeds. Beaumont, how about you?
Natural 1 for a 5.
No! Natural 1. Bummer. Okay. Let's see. Next up. And Karna, how did you do?
25.
25. Okay. Unfortunately, Beaumont, you're the one who is most affected by this. Zako, you're dazzled for a round as this happens. And unfortunately, Beaumont, you become fascinated and you become compelled on your turn to approach a computer and buy something. That's
Nick, what the?
Okay.
Man, you almost got a second bomb out of me, dude, on that one.
I'm really sorry that I'm taking away your actions specifically, Heath, from these effects that are happening here. So, very sorry about that. That keying off. But that is the end of. That's what happens at the end of Karna's turn. Zako, you are up next. What would you like to do?
Goodness gracious. So I'm dazzled. For those at home, that means that my eyes are overstimulated. My vision is swimming. All creatures and objects are concealed from me, which is not ideal.
All right.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think I'm still going to just do the thing that I do. Because I'm not really sure what else I would do. So I'm going to do electric art.
Excellent.
Am I in range there? I might have to move up a little bit.
Got to move up a little bit. Yep. I think probably 2 squares would do it for sure. Yeah.
I'll get out of the way. All right, that does it.
Yep.
If I can hit that first one. All right, here we go.
All right. On the left.
On the left one.
Comes up with a fail. 14 total. And the one on the right is going to get a total of 17.
You just me beat. All right. All right. Well, the first one. Well, they're both going to take some damage. No, they don't.
Yep.
It's basic. Yep. So.
Yep. Basic save.
5 is the total.
It's targeting. Do I need you to roll, since you're targeting, do I need you to roll concealment?
No, because I'm not making an attack.
Just because it's not an attack roll. Okay.
Because I'm not actually target. Oh, it did say target.
It does say target.
Well, let's see what concealed means.
Yeah. Concealed.
A creature that you're concealed from. Okay, yeah. I do need to make checks.
Okay.
Because it says targeting you with an attack, spell, or other effect.
There you go. All right. So I need to.
All right. So this is for the first one?
First one's a success, so he'll take the 5 points of damage for sure.
All right. And the second one? Critical success.
Oh, excellent.
If that means anything.
Oh, nope, it doesn't. But 14 and 19, which means they definitely take the damage. All right.
All right.
Nicely done, Zako. And we next come to Irene. We're Lucy 3. What would you like to do, Irene?
Okay. I will just shoot at them as always.
Sure. Yeah.
So I will pick the one that's in front of me, like my primary target. So I will strike him first.
Excellent.
9.
A 9 total. Unfortunately, a 9 is going to miss.
Oh yeah, and okay, I was going to put the area fire.
Nope.
So yeah, reflex for both.
Reflex saves coming in. One on the left gets a total of 14, which will be a failure, and the one on the right gets a 20, which will be a success.
Okay. 4 points of damage. Okay, so my primary target is the one that failed?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So I will hit him again.
Okay. So he's going to be suppressed. You can take another individual shot at him. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, natural 20.
Hey, natural
Oh,
20. Hey, new friends.
Oh, yeah. Hey, friends.
Friends.
So We talked about the Eyes Wide Agency last time. Now we're moving on to Fardock 1. So, did you know, out on the tip of Kavalassa's arm, where there should be prime docking space, is an abandoned section of Absalom Station with a curious structure. Standing 20 feet tall, there's a stone archway that twists like a Mobius strip and always appears to be slightly out of focus. Occasionally, alien runes crest and disappear from its surface, and inside the archway is a plane of flat green light.
Mysterious. Ooh.
Yeah. Very, very weird.
Very weird indeed. All right. Lucy, why don't you go ahead and roll some critical hit damage?
Let's see. I hope it's not a 1. Okay, a 3. 6.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and your bullet blasts through this hologram
Let's
and
go.
drops it to the ground. And as it evaporates and falls to the ground, those of you who are looking the direction, maybe Adam, your eyes are still kind of flashing with light. Beaumont, you're looking at a computer. It's probably Hannah. Karna is the only one who really sees this. That there is a projector on the wall just southwest of Lucy that flick, 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 flick a little bit, and within a moment, shortly after that, arriving just it back into the space. Zoom, another one of these things
We gotta
pops
take that
up
projector
into
out, man.
existence. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So this is the one directly in front of Zako.
Yeah, you'd see something just like a little bit north of him there, like 2 squares north. Yeah.
That's where the projector is.
That's
Okay.
where the projector is.
All
Yep. Yep. All right. And with that, we come to the arrogant hard light scamp over here, who is going to let's see. It's going to first fly, and it's going to fly over next to that projector and kind of like cozy up against it to put a hand on it. As it does that, it then turns towards Lucy, and it shoots holographic sparks at you. Could you please attempt this fortitude save for me, please?
Sure. Natural 20.
Amazing.
Hey, new friends.
Hey, new
Oh my
friends.
goodness. Okay, I misspoke last time. It was just about the Fardock. I said Fardock 1 because there's a entry number 1 and number 2. So continuing to talk about the Fardock, not Fardock 2. Did you know this mysterious portal, the Fardock, on Kavalas's arm is guarded by 2 automatons, robots that appear to be made of stone that are vaguely humanoid but have a lion and a serpent's head, respectively. Anyone approaching the portal is fired upon by these automatons, but even if they get past them, the green portal turns deep purple and blasts the approacher with enemy. It makes quite the mess for the janitors.
Wait, it blasts the approacher with what?
With energy.
Energy. I thought you said enemy, and I was like,
With energy.
golly, just like
Yeah.
a whole army of enemy.
No, it just like laser guns them or something.
Oh my gosh.
Blast them.
Dang.
Let's go there.
All right. So, Lucy, critically succeeding at your save, you have no effect from all these sparks coming in at you. But then it
freedom.
targets you with. Amazing. It then targets and blasts at you with a beam of hard light energy. And that is going to be a 27 to hit Lucy.
That's not pretty.
It's not pretty. Almost a crit, but not quite.
No.
You are going to take 5 points of force damage from this blast.
Okay.
Yep. All right. And then after that, we come to Beaumont. Beaumont, you are compelled. Compelled to buy. And that's literally the effect that you come under, is called buy.
Well, I've only got 51 silver, so I'm not going to be able to get much.
Good thing you're poor.
Yeah.
I'm well equipped.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man, it's pretty rough. It comes around, and so you take your entire turn here to go up to that computer in the corner and just like try and figure out some way to put credits into it to buy something, and that is
Great.
the
It's like
critical
literally
failure.
jamming like coins in the USB slots. Like, take my money.
Poor Bo has just been like
I
the
don't-
one
Hold on.
Yeah.
to take any kind of influence for
Yeah.
anything. It's like, oh, now you're your friend's enemy? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, now you need to spend all of your money? Cool. Are you going to be helpful? No. But at least here, he's
He
not
is
like,
helpful when he
hurting
is, though.
us.
I've also
Oh.
like turned the tide in almost every combat we've been in.
That was not a diss on him at all. That was me going like, dang, that sucks. Not
Right,
like, wow,
right.
you suck. I hate the circumstances that you find yourself in, and I really appreciate you.
Well, thank you. Eventually, I will get to come save this combat too.
All right, guys, we got to do it without him.
Oh, hold on a second here, Heath. Let me look back at your save. Did you click on
It was a
that?
natural one.
Oh, you didn't click on the button to roll your thing. That's why it was still showing up. All right. This effect has the incapacitation trait.
Okay.
And so my apologies for not catching that right away. Instead of being fascinated and forced to go do this, you are simply dazzled and slowed 1.
Oh.
Wait, so what? I'm confused.
I'm sorry. You when you get the natural 1 on your roll back there, that overrode my brain about what this ability did, and so it's GM error here. Functionally, what's happening because this action that occurred, this reaction that occurred, has the incapacitation trait. And when something has the incapacitation trait, and you are a higher level than the effect, more than twice the level of if it's a spell, or a higher level than the effect itself, you get to treat your result as 1 step better. So even though you rolled a natural 1 for critical failure,
okay.
you get the failure effect in here as well. So
But the natural one wouldn't bring it right back down
it would
because it is a natural one, not a
is
just
a
critical.
natural
Well, the thing
one, but
is it still a critical fail?
but you're starting at a critical fail. You're not
critical
starting at a failure and going down. You're starting
Yeah.
at a critical fail and stepping up from there.
Right.
So you still get 2 actions this round instead of spending all 3 on buying stuff. So yeah.
I wouldn't have let me do that if I'm
Well,
being
you
honest.
know, I'm feeling. You know,
Said,
last
you rolled
time.
a natural one. You're going and buying stuff.
But that's like, but look, that it's crucial because that you guys got to really drill in incapacitation because that works for us against enemies too. Like, you know, like the skills with the incapacitation trait, you don't want to really be like necessarily relying on those against single opponents that are higher level than us because like you can't get them to fail like in the way that you want.
Critically fail.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Like
interesting.
that's like you gotta. I'm advising everybody to internalize incapacitate because like it's a thing that will piss you off that happens when you do it and you think you did something cool and then it's like you didn't though, you know.
Right.
See that? Not even happening.
Okay, so I do get a turn now.
You do. You are dazzled and you are slowed 1. Yes.
And dazzled means they're gonna have concealment.
That is correct.
So do I need to seek them to even find where to attack them?
No, you can still tell where they are. It's just like your vision's a little cloudy instead of like you can't see them at all. This is like a DC 5 flat check instead
okay.
of blinded, which would be DC 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well then I will just move up and try to attack the one that is within my range to move up to. That just casted all the sparks or whatever.
Absolutely.
All right, and I'll try to swing on it.
Okay.
And so I'll need a DC 5 for that.
That's correct.
Okay. Let's do that first. What? I just made a tilde. There we go.
What?
Okay. 11.
Yes. 11. You can roll your attack roll and see how you
All
do.
right. 12.
A 12. A 12 total unfortunately misses your target.
Yeah, I figured it might.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I know some folks might wonder why put this incapacitation trap in a, as Bippy was just asking in the chat as well. Why put this in here? I think it's fun to design a trap this way, and I could imagine someone saying, okay, this is this level of trap. What if it was, say, a level 10 version of this trap, and we were getting, putting it up against folks. So I think it's fun, fun design more than anything else, probably. But that's a good question. Could also have been something that happened in editing as well. Maybe it started as a higher level effect. But yeah, punitive. Pretty punitive. All right. So with that, we come around. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get this guy. We got Beaumont there, and we'll come back around to the top. Some things happen. Ka-chunk, and we're at Karna again. What would you like to do, Karna?
Again, this is a great question. Okay, is there
one up here?
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Sorry, Foundry just disappeared.
Uh-oh.
And we're back.
Okay.
It keeps asking me if I want to cancel it. I don't know why. But anyway. All right. What does Karna want to do? She's glad that she's on this side of Zako and not super close, though. We are out of range with that fella and in range with that one. So I think I want to try Ricochet on this guy and see what happens. Most of my spells and cantrips target living creatures. Ricochet does not.
Nope.
So, and it also deals force damage, so let's see what happens.
All right, so you need reach flex save from this one. The one in the back is too far out of range, I believe, for you to get. So here comes my roll on that. I'm gonna get a total of 18 against your DC, which I think succeeds by 2. So he'll take half damage from this.
And then I would roll. And do I need to click anything before I?
Nope,
I just
click roll damage. Yep.
Okay. All right, 6. So that would be 3.
3 points of damage is what it takes. All right, you've got an action remaining. Is there anything you want to point out or tell anybody, or anything else you want to do?
Well, I'm thinking that since Sako goes next, I'm gonna give him some guidance, and hopefully he can get something done.
Okay.
Unless he doesn't want me to.
No, yeah, that's fine. No, give it, I don't know. Yeah, I'll take it.
Do you think Lucy should have it instead?
Maybe, because we might have to hack this projector, and I don't have computers, and so it might be better use for a skill check.
Okay.
But I don't know, because we might have to just destroy it. So that's why I'm hesitant. I'm not sure how. On my turn, I'm about to find out, but I don't know.
Well, Karna's just gonna shout it out there. Who needs guidance? Somebody take it. Take me
Lucy,
up on
I think we need.
or else I'm running away.
Lucy, I think we're going to need to disable this projector over here. We'll need your computer skill. Help her out, Connor. Please. And thank you.
Here's some guidance, Lucy, or whatever you
Nice.
should say. However you say. Do I need to click anything else?
Nope. Lucy can drag that onto the spell effect guidance onto her character token, and that will be the end of your turn. Zako, I'm going to say, because the duration isn't spelled out here specifically, I think Dazzled, I'm going to have it go away here at the start of your turn.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
All right. So this projector, what do I know about it without spending any actions?
It's a piece of technological machinery. Yep.
Does it look like it could just be destroyed by force?
It does, though you do know that most items that exist in the world that are not creatures have a certain level of hardness to them.
Okay. All right. So it does have like a casing around it.
Yep.
All
You
right.
do as you look at it though, and now that you can see kind of where it is, I mean it's connected to a power source in the wall. You could just like physically rip it off of the wall if you wanted to.
I don't know if Zako could.
Yeah, I feel
But not if you're gonna have me rolling an athletics check to do so. What I'll do is I'll try to clear the way, that space, get rid of that little scamp so Lucy can go in there unhindered. So I will target the scamp.
Excellent.
And I will, I will. I'll just hit it with electric arc.
Rick Arc. All right.
Reflex save, please.
Attempt that reflex save. Here we go. Ooh, that's going to fail with a 14
Nice.
total.
All right, here comes some damage. 6 points of electric damage.
6 points. Pretty solid. All right.
And then I will use an attack to shoot it.
Excellent. Go ahead and make your
This
attack
will be
roll.
at a map, right? No, it won't, because electric
Sure.
arc does. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Go. All right. Well, I don't know. 11 probably not going to do it though.
11 is a miss. Yeah, unfortunately. It's still there right by the projector. All right. As you take your shot at it, once more, that other projector that's just a little bit past there blasts out more ads for everybody. Again, womp womp, trying to get you all to buy things. Could I get some more will saves around the table, please? Excuse me. Okay. Lucy got a
9.
9. You're dazzled for one round. Adam, what about Zako?
13.
13. Also dazzled. Beaumont,
19.
19. You are critical success. You are unaffected. And Karna.
You're
Oh,
muted.
she's muted. Yeah. Oop, it's all good.
Sorry, I was eating my snack.
That's okay. That's okay.
So I rolled a 2, but thankfully I have a +8, so I succeeded with the 10.
Yep. You got the 10, and that incapacitation bumping that up for a lot of you, thankfully. So some dazzles going around the room, but otherwise, that's about it there. Okay, so we are now on Lucy's turn. Irene, what would you like to do here?
Okay. The creature there, I can't interact with the machine because he's there, or I can.
No, you could. Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
remote hacking too, don't you? Or wire?
Oh yeah, I have.
Mhm.
Yeah, but hacking is a possibility. It's something I can do in combat.
Yeah. This would be a disable check, right? So you're attempting to disable this hazard, this hologram projector, and that's a 2-action activity. And I would put something in the chat for you to roll.
Use thievery or it's with computers.
In this case, there are 2 options for you. One is computers, and one, my camera. One is athletics. You could try
Athletics,
either
no.
one. Yeah.
I have a better computer, so. And I have guidance.
You have guidance, yes.
And I will use my nanite surge that once per hour gives me a +2 to a skill check. That's 3 actions or less. So
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I
Sounds
will
Man.
great.
computers.
Yeah. Nanite surge. Okay, that's a
That's
step.
very
Ooh,
cool.
let's double check something here really quick.
Natural 20.
Never
matter.
mind. I'm just gonna
Forget
shut
about
up.
it. Yeah,
Never mind.
forget about it, dude. We're gonna come in with a hey, new friends situation
Hey,
here.
new friends. Right.
Okay. Goodness. After the last one, we finished our section on the arms of Absalom Station, and we're moving on to the eye. So first we'll talk about Jatimbe Park, a place that's near and dear to my heart. Did you know There is a
Respect.
lovely park of lush trees and fields that is open to all citizens of the station called the Jitembe Park, part of the central eye of Absalom Station. It bears the name of an old wizard from Galarian's long distant past. It's tended by druidic caretakers who make sure that it's also always ready to defend itself, as discovered during the Siege of Absalom.
I would just like to point out that we met Zako at Jitembe Park.
True. It's true. All right. Thanks, Eve. All right. Irene. Whoa. Natural 20. All right.
Big time. Big time.
Big time. Huge roll. When you succeed on your computer's check here, you can reprogram the projector
Oh.
to do whatever you want.
Interesting.
So you've got a holographic projector here. What do you make? What's this look like? Because Lucy's like wirelessly hacking this
Oh,
thing.
wow. Yeah.
right?
Install an ad blocker.
Seriously, though.
Yeah. That's
Ad blocker
that's not
plus.
a bad
Let's go.
idea. Yeah. I think she does something like that. She's like, oh, these ads are so annoying. And she just blocked the signal.
Excellent.
And since she doesn't use anything, she just, with her eyes, just look at it and it just shuts down.
Nice.
Amazing. And when you shut it down, those scamps disappear from your reality, and it
Nice.
is Gonzo. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
She's like, so annoying things. And she just look at it and it turns out and she's like, ah. She uses nanite surge that stimulates your nanites, forcing your body to temporarily increase its efficiency. So I suppose it looks a little weird.
You start glowing a little bit,
Yeah,
like your
yeah.
circuits.
Like
Yeah.
glowing and
Oh wow. Akarna's way back here, so she obviously like you did that kind of telepathically or whatever, and then you start glowing. So Karna's like, Lucy, are you okay? Like she doesn't know that
She
you
absorbed
shut
the
it down.
ads. Take her down.
I absorbed them. Oh, yes, I'm fine. I turned it off.
You did
It
that?
was
Okay.
annoying. Yeah.
Yes, it is very annoying. That is quite a trick, Lucy.
Oh, yeah, I can
Thank
hack
you.
things like that, and it's very useful.
I might need you to take a look at my laptop when all this wraps up.
Oh,
For no
course.
particular reason.
Just a few folders to hide first. No, all right. So with that going through, I'm realizing, should I have called for the dazzled check there potentially?
Too late.
Too late. We're riding past it. It's too excellent. All right. With that, it is not going to take you all very long at all to disable that other malfunctioning projector that's there, that's dazzling and doing the dazzling effect to all of you. And we exit combat, having successfully taken
Heck
care
yeah.
Nice.
Good
of
job,
yeah.
guys.
Whip traps. Yeah.
We
yeah.
are on fire tonight, for the most part. You
Y'all
know.
are doing great. Y'all are doing great. With that, you look through the space here and you see that there's a door in the far northwest corner over there. There are a bunch of these, again, holographic displays and ads and things like that. It's really overstimulating visually and aurally in here. So it's not the most pleasant place to hang out in, but you can if you wish. What would you like to do?
probably we're a little paranoid with the ads. Like, this one's not going to. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is all like Greek to me, you know, like Beaumont doesn't have any idea how to interact with all this stuff. So like, can I just be looking around the room and see if there's anything laying around that might be of use to us?
Yeah, you totally can take a look around the space. As you study it, you see mostly like these projectors, you know, are now functionally worthless to anybody else, because if they turned back on, they would potentially go back to their original programming. All the other computers that are here, you can try and interface with them, but no matter like what you hit on them, they don't really seem to acknowledge your input. They're just continuously flashing all of these ads and signs and things. As you look for gear and things to pick up and take with you, there's really nothing portable that you're finding here. Just like, unless you want like a computer monitor or projector or something like that, but kind of bulky, tricky to carry.
I'd like to just casually, inconspicuously point the radar gun at this door.
Okay, sure.
Or the radiation detector, rather.
Yep.
Yep.
Click, 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 click.
Yep.
Normal clicks there.
All right. And then he'll just slink to the back.
I need a little healing. If we're going to open this door, I feel like there's something important there.
Can I try my hand at healing again? I feel like I need to keep practicing.
Make sure the claws are retracted first.
Okay, I'll try. Sometimes
Arden
I just
doesn't
get
want to
excited.
hover, but
Yeah, sometimes I just get excited and I really want to be good at this and All right, here we
she
go.
comes and stands right next to you.
Yes, I did
Nice.
it. 14 healing.
Jeez.
She
Damn.
closes her eyes and is like, oh, you did it. Okay. Oh, you did really well.
Thank you. I've been practicing on Beaumont.
Good job, Zaka.
Yeah, I
That's
saw.
great.
I knew you could do it.
Okay.
Practice more on him. It's working. Yeah.
Beaumont, would you like any healing?
I'm good. I'm topped off.
You sure?
Positive. I
Alright.
barely even participated in the combat.
All right, let's open this door.
Absolutely. All right,
It's a hallway.
To the cliffhanger.
You open we're just got a few more minutes here. You open the door to a hallway, and as you go back out, maybe you walk around the bend there, you would see pretty quickly and clearly you're back right outside the elevator that you came in on. So
Okay.
Okay, loop's
completing
back
the loop.
around.
Yep, completing the loop, as it were. Yeah.
Man,
But-
goodness. So I
Yeah.
guess it's like
Clear.
back around to that other door, right? Down here.
There is, there's the steam
This one
tunnel
here.
over here, and then there's the short tunnel over here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa, where are we going?
Oh, I'm going the
Oh.
wrong way. There we go.
Yep. One more there. Yeah, as the party strides back through the intersection, comes back down the east corridor, finds a pair of double doors here. And who's going to be the opener for these?
Got it.
They pop open. All right. With this, right, the hallway ends here at this door, and as you walk in, you can see that in this next area ahead of you here, there is sorry, apologies for me, that there are more heat vents in the floor and steam occasionally like out from them. And otherwise it looks like kind of like a maintenance hallway, almost like one of the back hallways of a space station, to take care of more mechanical things that are happening.
Okay.
What does the party want to do here?
I mean, quickly look around if there's anything in here. Otherwise, there's another door to the south.
As Lucy steps into
Right
the
into
room.
the steam.
Perfect. As Lucy steps onto that particular square at that particular moment, a sudden blast of steam erupts upward, and that's what we'll find out what happens when we get together our next time that we gather.
Okay.
Let's
Goodness
see,
gracious.
So
That was a fun session.
great,
Yeah.
everybody.
Wow.
That was a really good
great.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Do we level up yet or what?
You're very close.
We gotta be. We gotta be.
Very close. Yeah.
I gotta prep for that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you're so close, you barely know it. All right, with that, why don't we I just want to say thank you to everyone. You know, one thing I keep forgetting to ask is if there's anything in particular the cast wants to promote here at the end of the episode. Irene especially, I would love to make sure that folks know where they can find you and your wonderful artwork.
Okay. Yeah, I am like Ayara art everywhere. So that's my name. I also have a Starfinder podcast, but it's in Spanish. That's why I never bring it out, because I suppose there are not many people who speak Spanish.
A lot of people are learning, though.
Well, and for the ones that do, they need to be listening to you.
It does. What can you remind us all of the name, Irene?
Lásers y dragones. It's like lasers and dragons.
Yes.
Ooh.
Awesome. Awesome.
Play Dead Sons.
Dead Sons. What book of Dead Sons are you all in? Because
we are at 4, I think.
Book 4. Okay, cool.
4 or starting book 5. I
okay.
Think. We're close to the end.
Excellent. All right. That sounds great. Let's see here. The rest of you are all network members, performers. But anything you all want to share or talk about? Hannah, Heath, Adam?
Y'all should listen to Drift Delvers and Under the Table and Live and Let Fly.
Please do.
I love Under the Table. That's
should.
the podcast that introduced me to TTRPGs.
Yay.
And if I hadn't been listening to that, I wouldn't have even agreed to do this. Because that gave me a lot of background information. But
you'd be forgiven for thinking it was the podcast that introduced us to TTRPGs as well.
It does help that I know you all, but this is not related to the podcast, but I don't mind plugging my little small business, Magnolia Munchies. You can go to magnoliamunchies.com and see my really cool gourmet snacks that I make.
So many freeze-dried goodies. It's so good. So many good things.
Have you even had freeze-dried ranch pickle chips?
Nope.
I don't think I've even had those yet.
No, you like the cheesecakies.
Oh yeah, I love the cheesecake. Freeze-dried cheesecake. It's pretty delicious.
That sounds great. All right. Well, you can find all of that, and hey, join the STF Discord. We'd love to talk to you and hear what you think about this episode. You can find that all at thestfnetwork.com, right, Adam?
That's thestfnetwork.com.
Velvet Thunder.
.com. Yeah, for you Homestar fans.
http://
Amazing.
Double backslash.
Wait, Jason, do you have anything to promote?
You can find me at What Do You Do Pods on Blue Sky, basically, at this point.
He literally has everything to promote. That's his whole function. Yeah. Hey, if you aren't signed up yet for PaizoCon, come sign up for that and maybe come play some games. I'm playing a few that weekend on Saturday night, Sunday night, and would be happy to. I'm not running anything, which is nice. I get to be a player. That's excellent. That's sweet.
Yeah, and I hope you are all looking forward to a ton of really cool announcements that are going to be coming out at that. But so I think there's only one thing left to do. We'll see ya.